This is crazy. This is the second episode with guests with these microphones, and it's the first. You guys are having to share one, unfortunately.
It's okay.
That's too close. We got a fourth guest here, but he's not going to be speaking much. This is our brand new kitten, me and Hannah's, Stony, named after Post Malone's first album.
Dude, he is so cute.
He's a Siberian. He's a little angel. Go ahead, you can lay down, do whatever you want to do.
Oh, he's just
perfect. He's probably gonna lay away from the light because he doesn't want that bright ass ring light. But who's your little baby? Okay, so it's June.
No, it's not.
It's literally not June.
It's about to be June.
It's May 28th, 2023.
You graduated. You graduated this month technically, but you just graduated. You graduated in December. Mm-hmm. PSU. This is the PSU special.
We are.
Penn State University, Pennsylvania State University.
Yes, sir.
Pennsylvania State University.
Why don't you guys start us off by telling us how you met? Because you guys are, but just to explain, this is Sonia. I didn't do like a proper introduction. S Dizzle, and then Cata. Obviously, she's been on the podcast before. They were roommates and are some of the bestest of friends. It's honestly like a vibe. And now, like, we're friends through you, obviously. And it's just always a good time. We've partied a lot, seen a lot of shit. So why don't you guys go over how you guys first met?
Okay, well, first of all, every time people met us, didn't they assume that we just, like, knew each other from throughout high school?
Yeah, like, from, like, when we were in elementary school.
Yeah,
like, people thought we knew each other our whole lives.
Yeah. And we're like, no. It was junior year or senior year of high school?
No, junior year. We didn't do club senior year.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was through club volleyball, because we were, volleyballers. And then we did, Essex is the name of the volleyball team that we both, like, ended up being on. And you almost didn't join.
No, yeah. So, like, I joined my junior year, and they've been doing it for, like, what, 3 years at that point already?
It was, like, 2 years. It was, like, one and then another time at Essex, and that was my second and last year with Essex.
So then me and my best friend at the time both played volleyball on our high school team. And then I decided to, like, we both decided to try out for club. And I remember seeing Kat, first of all. It was just such a scary experience, those tryouts. But
I thought you meant like seeing Cata for the first time.
I mean, a little bit. But you and...
Oh! It's a soundboard. I was just cheesy. Go ahead. Sorry, what?
But you and D were the only ones who were, like, nice to me.
That's so crazy.
Of the whole, like, tryout?
Of all the other girls there. Like, there were probably, like, what? Like...
Dude, there's a
like
lot of people.
40 girls.
40 girls trying out for a team of how many spots?
It was supposed to be one team. Yeah, it was supposed to be one team for our age group.
So 40 people trying out for 12 spots. So the competition's like pretty. And then you and Demetra. Oh, I forgot Demetra played volleyball.
Me and
too.
D tried out because I was like, oh, D, let's just try it again because we did Essex the year before. And then before that, we did Alpha Gamma. And we played up a year.
Which is a Jersey. It's a Jersey collective.
Yeah, all these club teams are from Jersey.
Travel?
Yeah, travel volleyball. We didn't want to do any of the ones by us because, like, I don't know.
No, I get it.
I don't know.
I
don't know why. We just went to Jersey.
Change of vibes.
And then, so I remember when we went, I just couldn't take it serious. Like, I was like, we can't. Some girls looked like they were going to shit themselves or cry in the corner.
So bad.
Like,
some of them were scary.
That's what I'm saying.
Some of the girls there were scary.
Yeah, some
like
of them
intimidating?
looked intense.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like they looked like
because I obviously wasn't like the best volleyball player.
No, yeah, like,
but like I was good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up making the team.
Yeah,
So
but
then,
what were you saying? So you saw her
She
first.
almost didn't go on, though.
No, but hold on. She was saying she saw you first, and it was like a scary experience being there with all those people, and you and D were the only... Who spoke to who first?
It was more like we were on the same, like, side for, like, practicing the serve.
Yeah.
And we were serving, and then, like, when I had a good serve, like, D and Kat would, like, give me a high five. Like, it was small things like that. But it stood out.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Wait, why... See, now that you're saying you guys play travel, that makes sense. But I, for some reason, thought that you guys...
What?
Yeah, I forgot that.
Well,
I thought you guys...
I mean, you weren't there a lot, I feel like. I would have remembered you.
I never went to any of her games.
She never watched any of my games. It was just, like, my mom and then the occasional my dad. Like, even for home games in high school, senior year, they would come sometimes.
Yeah, I went a couple times.
Yeah, but...
Even her high school volleyball
No, I
games,
went a couple
you would
times.
not go?
I went a couple times.
No,
there was just something about, like, I should have gone, but there was something about that cheesy ass, like, if you get an ace, everyone goes in the middle and does that, like, that stomp shit. I was like, all right, bro. Like,
it was just, like... everyone would always not want to be next to me when we would go in to like celebrate for a point, because I didn't realize, but like obviously your adrenaline's going, you're just like so excited. So when I would go in
mode?
and we like smack each other in the back, they're like, bro, you're smacking so fucking hard. And
Bro,
I was
Yeah,
like,
they're not the
still
ball. They're not
refers
the
to
ball.
Today. No
That
one
is-
wants to be around Kat when she's laughing. She's like,
Well, now you're right there. You're in the
I
fucking
know, I literally
danger
am like
zone.
this, and I'm like,
bro, I've probably gotten bruises over
Fuck
the
a
years.
splash zone in like Wet and Wild or whatever
You're
that
in the
park
hit
is.
zone.
Yeah, you're in the slap zone. That's
no.
what you're in.
So Caitlin, our other roommate, and Sonia, they're always like, every time I laugh and I'm by them, they're like, bro, they go like this, and they're like, girl, you just hit a little hard sometimes.
She's heavy-handed. If you have
I
kids in
don't
the
mean
future,
to be,
they're
though.
fucked.
I'm heavy-handed. Sonia, not to like guide off topic.
Oh my
Sonia
God.
fucking one time, the amount of times she's slapped people that I've watched has been like twice.
Wait, in the
because
face?
they say yes.
Yeah, in the face. But they said yes. I
Because
asked.
they thought
I
Wait, you
always
just
asked.
randomly brought this up. Like, you're like, can I slap you
It
in
was
the
like a
face?
thing. You
I
remember when that
don't
was like a
know.
thing?
Sometimes
When
I have
was
some
that a thing?
aggression and like and like I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not a mean person. I'm
Hold-
not like
hold up.
I'm not like, you
hold
know.
up. You can't say that if you've given out more than like one cachetada. She's just been
No.
like
It's
across
only
the
been
fucking-
two.
Dude, she got some palms.
But hard, like hard.
Look at her
Yeah.
palms.
No,
she got
I
those
have small little
palms.
baby hands.
Those are
No.
not small baby hands, bro.
Little
Those
old
are
me?
not.
No.
No,
Nah,
don't do
she
that.
got them
Don't
palms.
do that. Don't do that. You can't be playing all innocent and coy when you slapping two people. They probably
Dude,
lost teeth. Their
no.
fucking wisdom
Oh
teeth
my
came out.
God.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh my god.
She has a video of when she smacked the fuck out of Will when he was blackout drunk, and he goes, "That shit hurt."
All right, you know what? Send me that video. If we could get permission from the two of you, it's up right now.
Oh, fucking hell, that was hard as shit.
It'll be
Okay.
up. And
I
then
think
the
he'll
other
say
time
yes.
that
I hope
happened
he does.
before Will's was with this other kid that we were friends with freshman year. And then it was his I remember it was his birthday. And then
feel
she's like,
so
"Oh my god, blah, blah,
bad.
whatever." It comes up like, "Oh, can you like I'll slap you." And he's like, "Yeah, like slap me." She slapped him into a fucking hangover. Like he started throwing
You
up.
slapped him so hard he vomited.
He started vomiting. He was like, "Oh, I'm feeling kind of dizzy."
That's not a
blah, blah.
slap, bro.
No.
That's
no,
concussion. That's
no,
CTE.
I didn't hit him.
You definitely fucking did that
No,
thing
I
where it wasn't
didn't.
hand, it was like palm to the
No.
jaw.
No,
She-
every
No,
every
you
single time
heard that.
after that, I'm like, she's small but mighty.
Is there videos of that?
Of that one, I don't
No,
know.
Are
no,
you
no.
fucking kidding me? I would pay to see a video
It
of
was
that.
crazy. I was
No,
like,
he didn't
yo.
throw up right after.
No, even if
it
it's
was
if
after
it's
this
within
occurred.
like 5 minutes, 5 10
No,
minutes.
It was like
wasn't.
15 minutes to go by, and he starts getting pale, and he's like,
He's like, I
don't
need to go
feel
home.
well."
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was his birthday. He was getting, he was drinking.
So for his birthday, your gift was a fucking slap across the face.
Honestly,
Slapped into
he
the next
deserved
year.
a lot more than that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Wait, we gotta get into
okay,
these
sorry.
crazy college stories later. You gotta backtrack.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
go ahead.
sorry.
So she almost didn't
interrupt.
enjoy.
Yeah, so then me and my best friend both made a team, and then she was kind of like backing out of it, and I was like, damn, I mean, if you're not going to do it, like, I don't think I want to do it either. So then I was talking to we went to one practice, and
mean
then
Sabrina, right?
together. No, Emily.
Emily.
Yeah.
We both went to the one practice together.
I remember
And then
that.
after that, she, like, didn't come back. And then I was, like, debating, and my parents were like, just do it. You made the team. Like, you wanted this. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So then I did, and then me and Kat and, like, the friends that you made already, like, in club, like, they kind of took me in, because all the other people went to the same high school, and,
They
like,
were on
they're
the
playing
same
for the
fucking
same
team. It
team,
was
like,
crazy.
all that shit. So then, whatever, me and Kat are, like, we were not super close during this whole thing, but we
No.
were close enough. Like, we
Yeah.
talked to each other.
Yeah.
Like, I was her photographer for DC trip. It was,
It was
fucking
so funny.
hilarious. So fucking hilarious. And then, whatever, the club season ends, like, we were cool. And then one day, like, after spring break or before spring break, we were, like, FaceTiming just to catch up because we knew each other. We knew about each other's, like, boy things,
Yeah, yeah.
We're like, what's the update? And then we're like, oh, how about colleges? Because obviously it's junior year. And then we were both like, oh, we're touring Penn State next week. And then,
No, this was senior year.
oh, senior year.
Senior year,
So, like,
senior
a year. It's
year goes
been
by.
months
Yeah,
after
yeah.
we ended
Like
club.
ended club. Yeah.
Whoa, this is kind of a crazy story.
You
All right, go
didn't?
ahead.
You've never heard this?
No,
I know.
not
So
like
then-
this. Not fully fleshed out.
Oh yeah.
So then we were on FaceTime. It was the week before spring break. And then we're like, okay, like, what schools are you looking into? And then we were both like, oh, like, we both got into Penn State. And then I was like, oh, like, I'm touring next week.
And I was like, oh my god, wait, me too.
And then I'm like, wait, what day? And then,
We were both like, oh, like that Saturday. or
yeah,
some
then I was
shit.
like, oh my God, me too. We ended up happening to have, like, we picked the same tour date, like
Literally
for
the
accepted
same one.
students day.
And I don't know.
We didn't
How
even know.
often do these tour dates
There
run?
are a lot of tours.
Yeah, there's a lot of- it's like an
literally-
everyday thing.
Like, I don't know if anyone watching.
So you guys just both happen to pick the exact same week and the
Yes.
exact
Even
same
though,
day.
like, you may not know, but Penn State, since it's so huge, it's like, what, 40,000?
It's a
Undergrad.
lot
Something,
of
like,
freaking
undergrads,
people.
whatever. So obviously these tours happen so like frequently because they have to get everyone in that potentially
Like
wants to tour.
Yeah, like who like got in. Like
Yeah.
this isn't even everyone who enrolled. These are the people who like got in.
So it was already crazy that we had applied to the same school and gotten in and then chose the same exact fucking day to tour.
Yeah, we didn't even know.
No. And then we were in the same hotel.
Yeah, so we ended up being in the same hotel, but that's because like
'Cause then
her
you-
mom asked, your
Yeah.
guys' mom asked my mom, like
Because
where we were staying.
Mom still hadn't like booked the thing because it was just the week before because we were finalizing what schools I wanted to tour like for sure. Because I didn't decide until literally the day
Oh my
before.
God, that's a whole. We're gonna get to that.
But yeah, so we end up going on this tour. And then like the first night, you guys had gotten there earlier in the day. The first night, I remember my mom and dad were laying down because they're tired. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go meet with Sonia in the lobby just to like catch up. We haven't seen each other. We sat out there for like hours. It was
No.
like kind of late too. We had to be up early.
We had to get up early. We were just sitting on the couch of the freaking.
In the middle of the lobby.
That's
Yeah.
like the first of many late nights you
No,
guys
No,
that
yeah.
ass.
No,
spent
actually.
together.
It was so crazy.
Did you guys before that point drink or like
No.
party with each other?
Did we?
Once. Oh no, wait, was that
Halloween.
after though? No, that was after we were already roommates. Oh no, that
No,
was
that
junior
was junior year.
Yeah.
Well, like senior year though?
Me and all my friends, like, well, 3 of my friends came here for
Here.
Kat's Halloween party.
Wait, okay, wait. Was this the one where you had like people were coming in and out with like their shoes on in the basement?
Oh my god,
This one
the
girl-
girl knocked over the plaque.
Yeah,
the
and then we were
plaque.
fucking
Plant.
vacuuming. The
Because there was
soil.
dirt everywhere, like
they're-
soil.
So and they were going in and outside with the
Yeah,
shoes
yeah,
on.
yeah. It was a whole thing.
And mom and dad got tight.
Yeah,
but they
and I
weren't
was-
there.
but then I was
Oh,
vacuuming.
dude,
It was a
no.
whole
I
thing.
remember when you threw this. This is like the only time we've ever gotten in like trouble. You invited all
got in
those people
trouble?
over.
No, not
for
trouble,
that?
trouble.
She
but
got
they
in trouble
They
for
were
that.
just like,
They got so
"You
tight at
better
her.
fucking clean, and I was like, I will.
Yeah, because like what obviously like you're supposed Asian
Yeah.
household shit. It's honestly like a lot more cultures than just Asian, but whatever. You take off your shoes before you go inside the house.
Yeah.
And down here where we currently are in the basement of
There's
my parents' house,
carpet.
it's carpeted. So if you go outside from the double sliding doors here inside with fucking shoes on and it's just dirty everywhere, I remember I was like, you're gonna. When I realized that whole time, because I wasn't
a
trying to be
different
like an
story.
involved. No, it wasn't. It's
Were
the
you
same
there?
one.
That's a story for a different time.
No.
It's just
We
crazy.
I'm gonna quickly throw this in there.
Wait, him and Tom, and then Kathy, Dee's mom, they were like up there because our parents were somewhere for the
Yeah.
weekend. And then I was like, we'll
So
just have
Kathy
a
was
few people over.
supervising, and
Yeah.
me and Tom were just chilling. And I remember later that night, a friend who shall not be named of yours came up crying, throwing
And
a
throwing
fucking
up, and
temper
then she starts throwing
tantrum,
up.
and she was like, and Tom is like trying to console her, and I was like, I'm so over this bitch. Like, that should give maybe a hint or two. Whatever. No, wait. Anyways.
Oh, I think I know.
Okay,
who it is.
yeah. So wait. Just don't make it deep. So, anyways, what it was I was upstairs with Kathy and Tom, and then all of a sudden, some kid, because I wasn't trying to be like that annoying older brother that's like, oh, like let me party with you guys or like whatever. I mean, now it's cool, but like back then,
Because in high school, it's like,
we weren't really that close.
he was already in college.
Yeah, you're
and he's like, why am I
these
going to party
high
with high
schoolers?
schoolers?
Yeah. No, I get it, though. I get it, though. I do
that
the same
type of thing.
thing.
And I was upstairs, and some kid had to use the bathroom, and the downstairs one was taken. And I guess you told him there's one upstairs. He fucking opened that door, and he came up with dirty ass white Converse.
Oh, God.
And the second I was like, hold up, this guy has shoes on, and he's coming from the basement. That basement is a fucking shit show. I already knew it looked like the fucking floor of a barn. Like, it was just gonna be dirt everywhere.
I did not party throughout high school.
Bro, he
Senior
stepped
year,
up there.
though.
He stepped up on the first like tile in the kitchen, and it was just print, like a Converse print. And I was like, that's fucked. And then when I went down, there was just like dirt marks coming in and out. Bro, my parents got so tight at her after that.
Anyway.
That was a hilarious high school. I mean, for me, it's funny.
my
For you, it's
God.
like, that was like the only out of
I didn't
out
know
thing.
there was an after to that.
I didn't know it was
I
that
didn't
deep
know.
either. Apparently, I
They
don't
got
remember
so
this.
tight. Well, they got tight at me too, because they were like, "How could you let?" And I was
I
like,
think they
"Dude,
mainly
I'm
got mad at them. They're
upstairs."
like,
Yeah, like,
why
I
would
didn't
you
even
let it get
know.
this?
Of course, like it was my fault because I'm
Yeah,
the
you're
older
the older
fucking
brother.
sibling.
And I was just like,
I get that. I understand.
Yeah, she's
But-
also the eldest sibling in her
oh
family.
my God. But then anyway, when we got to the tour the next morning, they separated by college
Yeah.
as well.
Like College of Engineering,
Oh,
College
and
of
you guys
Business.
aren't you guys in the same?
Yeah, but we
college?
didn't know
We
that.
didn't know that.
We picked up the same color lanyard.
Yeah, because they literally like send you. They're like, this is the welcome table. You go, you grab your lanyard that says like your section, your name, all this shit.
And
We
then
end
you
up
go-
going to like look, and then I go to the table, and then I turn to my right, and this bitch is there too, and I'm like, what the hell?
Bro, I just remembered during that tour, we had to sit through like a college lecture about our college.
Yeah.
Kat fell asleep. I have.
Wait, was this the day after you guys had stayed up late? And you were probably like, maybe we shouldn't have stayed up that late. This
Bro,
bitch was
I have the
snoozing.
videos. You're literally asleep.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
now
send the
remember
videos.
this.
We're throwing them up. We're throwing them up. We're throwing them up.
Oh
That's
my God.
crazy.
But yeah,
Dude,
so
it
we
was
ended
so
up
funny.
same college, same day, same
So we
tour.
spent the whole day together.
Yeah.
We toured
Damn.
the dorms, and then at the dorms, my mom was like, "Imagine you guys were roommates."
Mm-hmm.
And then
'cause you
So
had
she was
already
laying.
said-
She was laying the foundation.
Well,
Yeah, she
because
was.
Sonia already said like she was like,
I think
"Bro,
I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, she's like,
it was
"I'm
just a
gonna go here."
feeling. It was
How
a
many
feeling.
schools did you tour at that point?
2.
So Penn State was your third.
No, Penn State was my second. I didn't tour a lot. I already knew.
Wait, so
I
where
didn't
did you
tour at all. I
Yeah.
literally
Huh?
never toured.
Which ones did you tour?
Pace.
Where did you?
I
that's
toured
in Westchester.
Binghamton
I remember.
like a couple days before. I have a Binghamton shirt randomly somewhere because you know how you have
There
to
was,
like
like-
buy it
yeah.
in case like for the
Yeah.
first day of May where you all show up with your shirt. So then I toured Binghamton and then I went to Penn State. And then obviously Penn State, especially since we're out of state, it's fucking the tuition. We
Yeah,
got a
that
little
was a
robbed.
lot.
But anyway,
Anyway, that's gonna induce an anxiety attack in me.
so then I kind of was hesitant to say that like I knew I wanted to go to Penn State because I was just stressed about like the money, blah blah blah. Because Binghamton is like
In state.
so cheap,
Yeah.
so cheap for school. But then right when you were like, I think I'm gonna go here. In my mind, I'm like, I have a feeling I'm gonna go here too, but I don't want to say anything because
Yeah.
obviously there's
were-
all these stressful things.
Did you think to yourself, what if we were roommates, or it only?
No,
popped
I was
in your
just
head
like,
when her mom said
the
it?
only thing in my head was being stressed that I was like, oh fuck, I think I'm gonna end up going here, but then I don't know if if it's like a good choice financially, blah blah blah. Which you also were like
I was
probably like that
also-
too, but
it was either that or William Patterson. Hello.
but then like your mom and your aunt were like, oh my god, you should so come
Like they
here.
had a feeling too.
It just fit your vibe.
Yeah, it did.
It
And
is
it's
a
like
really
what I
cool-
wanted. It
And
was
then-
a good experience.
Yeah.
I mean, being in like coming here from the Philippines too, having that like American like college experience.
Damn, we gotta talk about that. Oh my god, this
Sorry,
is gonna
there's
be
a lot.
No, this is gonna be. We got a whole like.
Like
hour.
I think you
This
need
is
a
good.
part 1 and part 2.
Maybe potentially. So, anyways, so you guys.
So she says that, and then her mom's like, "Oh my god, that's so funny." And then they're like, you know, like Kat, they knew that I wasn't like I was in the middle still, and then they're like, ah, and then your mom's like, "Oh my god, Kat, imagine you guys were roommates." And I'm like, "Oh my god, ha." And then Sonia's like, "Yeah, ha." And then we both kind of were like,
But
"Wait."
it's so funny. Like if you ask my mom, like during that tour, during the end of it, when we were coming back from the dorms, it's like we knew where we were. Like we knew where we were
weird,
going. We were walking hand in hand in front of everybody.
like you guys were holding.
Like we were
hands,
like
you're saying?
linked
We were, like-
hands. Like,
we have a pic-
we were literally like this, just like walking.
We also have a picture
in front of
together
everybody.
on Old Main.
Yeah, it
and it
was
was kind
so
of raining
insane.
that day. But
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
So that's like you guys just knew that was it clicked in.
No, because after that she wouldn't say where she was going.
Yeah.
she was still very on the fence, and I wasn't gonna be like.
and she was like, "I did it. I committed."
Yeah, I was like, I committed, I'm going. So there was a period in time from like maybe 2.5 weeks where I was trying to find a roommate because I didn't know anybody else going.
And then you were
because this was like mid-April, and the
Yeah.
deadline is the end of April.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is why you were saying before that when she was on the fucking fence the whole time and she had decided on the last possible day, you were
Yes,
stressing that
It
whole
was
time.
so fun.
I was
remember.
stressing the whole time,
Got
and
you.
then
That
she
makes sense.
called me randomly. It was the last day to
was
decide.
literally-
And she called you randomly and she was like, "Oh, by the way, you know how I've been keeping you like kind of fucking panicky for the last."
No,
that's
I was
not
like-
even what she said.
I was like, "Yo, I have a question."
That's what you. Wait,
yes.
I was like, "I have a question." She's like, "What?" And I was like, "Would you be my roommate?" Like that me
And
insinuating.
then I
that,
was
going,
like, oh my God, like you did, you committed?
What? So you didn't even tell her that you
"No,
committed.
no." I was like, "I'm gonna be so funny. I'm gonna be like, yo, you want to be roommates?"
God, bro.
And then she's like, "Wait, what are you saying?" And I'm like, "I fucking committed, brother."
She's a fucking. She's a
She's
troll,
been an
this one.
asshole from the beginning. I should have known, bro.
And then we iconically lived in Hastings, and then we were
Yo,
roommates like
but
every
like
single
we
year.
were like, I hope we get East because East is like the dorms where all freshmen are.
Yeah, it's like
Can
the-
you imagine the chaos of all freshmen in like a singular vicinity? It's insane.
It was crazy.
Is that where? Oh fuck. See, I'm having trouble remembering like the layout of the actual campus now because the last 2 times I visited.
We were off
downtown.
campus.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
off campus by that point. What was the one? I came up for like family weekend or something.
That
that
was
was
at
at
East.
Yeah, that was at
That
East.
was at
You
East.
met my brothers there for the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what's the cafeteria? It's like
Finley?
Finley Commons. Oh no, we were in Hub.
Was it the Hub? I
When
think
we
it
were
was the
all
Hub.
eating,
There's like
like,
a
both of our
Chick-fil-A.
families.
There's like
Yeah,
a
the Hub.
Starbucks,
That's the Hub.
and then like
Yeah.
a library or some shit.
A little bit, a small one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like a
upstairs.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that stuff. That's in East.
No,
No.
That's in
That
the
was a
middle
little-
of campus.
That was like a 5-minute walk.
Oh,
from
so that's the
East.
main thing of campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
East
East
is
is-
like in the upper corner.
literally, it's, like,
alone.
back.
Okay, now do
right
you
by
remember,
the stadium.
Do you remember now that there was also like a cafeteria where it was like, it wasn't like the Hub. It was not shit, but it was downgrade from the Hub.
You're talking
Yeah.
about, you're probably talking
Yeah,
about
you're talking
Finley.
about Finley.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
a little place there in East too, where like we would. It's our dining hall,
dining hall, yeah.
where we eat.
So there's 3 places you could have gone to eat.
No, there's a
No,
lot. There's
a lot
like
more.
7.
Yeah.
Just campus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because there's
fucking
different.
wild.
There's different little commons. That,
There's
like,
a commons for each, and there's like what?
Yeah. Because there's
North,
west,
south, east,
north,
west.
south. Yeah.
That's
It's a
fucking
lot.
wild.
It's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's so maybe 4 or 5. 5. I gassed
Which is
it.
crazy.
Oh wait, no, you can go to the Creamery. That's make it
You
6.
could go to
And
Creamery.
then Cafe 7. I was right.
And then-
and then Panera. Sorry.
Wait, and then Pagula has a Subway.
Wait,
There's
wait,
a
wait.
lot.
Do you mean like
And
this
Dunkin'
is all
Donuts.
on campus though?
all on
Yeah,
campus?
it's
Okay,
all on
that's
campus.
fucking crazy. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Pagula, the hockey center, literally.
Has
My
a
first
Subway.
time going was this semester, and then every Friday I'd literally get a Subway sandwich.
Yeah, no.
And they have
Penn
Dunkin'
State,
Donuts.
Penn State has like it's a very nice.
You really
like,
don't
vibe.
know.
Like
you don't get it.
the
It's
first
crazy.
time I fucking visited you guys after, well, I would consider the first time. Family weekend was technically the first, but I consider like the
The one where we got busted by the cops? That was the second time. No, that was the first time. Sorry.
When Dee
you
was
don't
there-
remember that you were there. We
Dee
didn't
was
get
there.
like. Oh
What?
wait, did you leave
Wait,
early?
I remember I was outside with someone because I was like, "Yo, you want to grab air?" Who did I walk out with?
I know Dee was there. I don't
bro.
know if you were there.
Dee was
no,
with
so
you then.
I think
were there for
this
that.
was the night that Gata was the worst host of all time. She was like,
No.
"Yo, come out to party."
no,
And, like,
this was the night you didn't.
I mean,
wanna
there
go
were
out.
a lot of times you
right?
were like, "Cat's a bad host."
I know,
so-
but the freshman year.
Oh, she's not the best host, but
Okay, but now I'm better. He just
Ish.
wants everything done for him. I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
No. Like, it's not everything done for you. It's like you just offer, like, hey, like, you want water or anything. She just is like, okay,
I'm assuming
And
once
we're
you
like
go
this.
once, I'm like, you're just crazy.
Where is it?
a little parched. Like, you're like dying of thirst in the corner. Anyways, no. That's besides the point. So, what the fuck happened? This was the trip, family weekend, that you say we got busted by cops. I do not remember this.
Wait, no, you had to have been
I
there.
thought- were
There's no way I
there.
was. You're
'Cause
saying a party got busted
We
by
were
the
in an
cops.
apartment party, and I remember it was so fucking hot. And then I was like, oh my god, I need to like go grab air because I sweat very easily, especially just like on my face first.
Yeah.
And so then I like told someone, I turned to someone, maybe it was Caitlin that went out with me. But like Dee and then you stayed in. And I remember
No,
that
bro,
was
that's
Dee's
not the
first like
same.
college party.
That was different. That was
one
you're
with this
thinking of
fella.
state patties. Yeah, but I was there.
Y'all,
Anyway.
y'all
Are you
got
thinking about
some
the one that we
fucked up
ran
memory.
from the backyard?
This all
Yes.
just faded together.
Yeah, that was like in the middle of the night we showed up to some weird. It was like
Wait,
an
wasn't
open.
Brandon there?
I don't know. I just remember running in an alleyway.
I know Dee was there.
I'm having a hard time following the story here. This is like
Sorry, we're going on two different stories of running.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, so wait. So backtrack. What you still
We
didn't?
ended up being roommates.
So you finished the story about how you guys are roommates, right?
Yeah.
How you guys finally met.
yeah.
How long was that?
23 minutes. That's the story we took, yo. That's the longest
crazy.
intro
Yeah, but
story.
you
I was-
fucking
I
kept
was-
it
I was-
going.
I
You kept
too.
going from like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Every
my bad.
little tangent, you were like, "Wait, I want to hear it."
I
And I'm
know.
like, fine.
We're like,
Okay,
this is
no,
what-
my bad. So you guys,
I'm
so
sorry.
You guys,
It's time to be real.
Oh my god, bro.
are you dead ass
I'm
during
dead
the pod?
ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
continue
God.
talking.
These are the little.
That was very real.
Oh my god. So you guys are roommates now, and then like, what was your first thought? I didn't even get to ask, no. What was your first thought of each other like as roommates? Because it was you two in a room. What happened?
No. I'm just thinking about it. I might have been such a bad roommate
Were you?
freshman year, dude.
You were down bad for.
No, I mean, yeah,
Spring
but it took a lot for me to get used to like living with Kat. I mean, like that's with everybody though. When you first become
It's
roommates
like
with
weird because you're
someone.
like, wait, you're, especially our dorms or
Yeah.
like your feet. I mean,
like
the
we were
space
we
between
were
beds.
such in close proximity that like we had to get along. We had to learn to live
Yes,
with each other.
like you have to.
which
because-
we did.
Yeah,
I think
our
we
beds
did.
were like 4 feet apart, brother.
Kat, I think made me a cleaner person.
Oh.
For a fact. I mean, the thing is though, like I
She's
never,
OCD.
I never took like offense to it or anything. I was just like, okay,
I
you
just
know what,
always was like, wait, I don't even know.
like I don't know, just little things. You know, we would clean, and then like, You know what though? It was like she never told me anything, but her desk was always so neat and organized. I was like, "Yo, you're right."
So it was like subtweets.
Yeah,
Subtweets
it was
for
more
the
like
fucking
realizations for
organization.
myself.
Got you.
So then,
Everything's so close. You're
No,
like,
yeah.
wait. I feel like we're just reflecting.
and like there were times where I'd fall asleep and like my headphones were on. I'm watching something on the
I would tuck this
computer,
girl
but I
into
was
bed.
fully like dead. But Kat would have to stay up so much later than I would because she would have to read like 70 pages.
It was
in one
crazy. I
night.
remember that, and I felt bad because I'm like, oh no, like I feel like
Sorry,
I'm keeping
that
her
little
up.
pop was
No. You're good.
I was like, I feel.
So
like I'm
did
keeping
you have
her
the
up.
little like light on the textbook?
I had the
Yes,
little light
yeah.
like that, and I'd literally be fucking reading, and I'd like fall asleep and then wake up and be like, oh shit, I gotta.
and
That's
I'm there
crazy.
on my bed, like closed eyes,
That's
headphones,
crazy.
like beats on.
She would fall asleep. I have so many pictures and videos of Sonia fucking falling asleep on like her bed, literally like this.
Yeah,
And then
like,
I'd
phone in
realize,
hand.
I
Wait,
realized
can-
she's
you
asleep because
gotta-
I would hear
Can
the
we put
same.
those up? Can we put
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever? All right, put them up right here.
But then I realized she's asleep because then after a couple minutes, like it would register that I've been hearing the same TikTok, and I look over and this bitch is like half hanging off the bed like this.
No, yeah.
I feel bad like, and I didn't think I was going out of my way to do this. I'd literally just like grab your phone, plug it in, turn it off, turn off the
Yeah,
lights, and then
That's
go to
like
nice.
bed.
mad sweet though.
It was very nice.
That's
I
mad
just I don't
sweet.
know. I was like I would
And
want.
you know what's
someone to-
crazy? We would hear such horror
oh
stories.
my god, yeah.
Of like
roommates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard
And
a
then
couple really bad
they would
ones.
ask us too, like, "Oh, like, how's your roommate?"
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, "What are you talking about?" Like, we're like best friends.
Fine. Yeah,
we do
literally
everything together.
And then that's why they thought we like knew each other.
Yeah.
We grew up with each other because so many other people, like
Yeah.
Elena and her roommate freshman year,
yeah.
knew each other from like throughout high school. They went to
Uh-huh.
the same high school, but then like that didn't end up.
Yeah, they say I've heard a
working
common thing
out.
is you're not supposed to dorm with like you're like someone you're really close with.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
could potentially just sour the relationship really bad. So that's crazy.
But we like got along
Yeah, we got along pretty
like
well.
pretty well.
And we were both kind of on the same wavelength of things. You know,
Yeah.
we like partying, but we also took school like so seriously.
yeah,
Got you.
So like,
but not too seriously that we'd be like.
yeah.
Like I don't remember ever being like.
We did a little bit more than the bare minimum.
Okay, let me ask you
Yes.
this: have you ever studied drunk or coming off of a tipsy?
I've taken quizzes, low key, not sober,
What? Wait,
I don't think I have. I'm different.
on
phone.
Zoom University.
Oh, that's
That's so
Hold
different.
on. So have you ever taken quizzes? Not like a test. I know for a fact you guys
No,
would
I
not take a
wouldn't.
test.
Have you
Never.
never taken a test?
No, I
also
don't
hung
think-
over a little bit.
Hungover
Hungover's
is different.
different.
I mean, on the fucking substance itself.
No.
Like you're
I
you're a little
remember
buzzed.
I'd be doing a little bit of like a homework
Mom,
thing.
I never did that. No, I
I-
actually never did.
I could see you being the type to study to like lo-fi beats. That playlist.
That
on
was
YouTube.
actually all cat.
I would love doing that
That's I was like that too.
because I feel
I
like
feel
if
like
anything's
you're
too
such
quiet,
like
I
a, you're
can't.
such like a mellow like hip like you love like music.
Yeah, I have to listen to music.
Yeah,
when
Sonia
I'm
just
studying.
listens to like music.
I can't listen to lyric shit.
Oh,
like
I
it
can.
it fucks me up. Like I'll be writing and then I hear like lyrics and I'll just
You
start
write the
writing the
lyrics.
lyrics. I'm like, wait, what the hell is going on?
Caitlin likes listen. She said, I remember she said she likes listening to sad music,
But that's in general.
or she also loves going
Honestly,
to
me
the
too.
quietest
Yeah, I get
spot
it.
in the library.
Yeah, which makes sense.
But it's so funny because like the liberal arts people always would go to that like Harry Potter section, and I feel like we would always go to the other. Wait, I forget the
We
sides.
didn't. I
Paterno?
personally didn't explore the library as much as I should have.
How big was the library?
There's two
Huge.
sides. There's two
There's,
different
like, two
libraries
wings.
connected.
That's pretty cool.
It's
No,
like
it
the
is,
East
it
Wing and
is.
the West Wing.
My
Yeah.
library, you could
Pretty cool.
spit across that bitch. It was so small. You could
Isn't
just
yours
be
like circular?
And it just
And it goes up.
yeah, the
That's
main
kinda cool,
campus
though.
one. The main campus one is sick.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like it's like a circle and like you walk in and you just see like all around you. It's just
That's
library.
so cool.
So yeah, so you guys, the chemistry for the roomies definitely hit off well. And
Yeah.
then, so what was the first time that you guys got like drunk at college? Do you remember that? Like
I
the first
remember
night
our
out.
first college party.
Yeah, but we both didn't get drunk then.
No.
Was it Filipino club shit?
It was
No. It
a
was-
party.
our first party was swim club.
Yeah, the varsity
varsity
swim
swim
team.
team.
Watch out that he doesn't knock that down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, he is
Oh, yeah.
licking his shit in the middle of this.
But yeah, our first party was a varsity swim team party because
Varsity
we're
swim
cool and we
team
knew
party.
people.
yeah, that was so crazy.
It was wild.
I was like, we're really here.
We went in and we're just like, oh,
Everyone
we
was
were
so
the only
nice
freshmen.
to us.
Where was it? In a house?
In a
Yeah, in a
house.
house.
Like a frat house?
The cops came.
Kind of.
Do you remember the cops came and they were like, "Oh, don't go outside yet," because they're like, "Wait, are you
Yeah,
21? Are
they
you
were
21?"
so
And they're
nice
like,
to
"Just stay
us.
inside," and they gave us alcohol.
But
and we're
now
like,
that I think about it, I thought they were saving us, but they were saving themselves,
themselves,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want to.
It was a little bit of both.
providing alcohol to minors.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the first party. What was the first time that you guys got like drunk together?
Drunk together.
drunk together.
Was it initiation? No, it was before that. It was It was before Halloween too.
There were too many nights,
there
bro.
were so many. I actually don't remember.
Freshman year, we were so violent. There was one time that it was like
Violent.
before spring, like any type of break. Do you remember we decided to finish the rest of the alcohol that we had?
That was before or after Thanksgiving break, like when we came back. So like we were obviously like Thanksgiving break, you have like a week and then it's Christmas. You're going home for like
Yeah.
It's like
a month and a half.
crazy.
So then we had so much leftover liquor still.
Yeah.
How? What? Like what? Like
We
what
just
bottle?
had like random
Whiskey.
cans.
Yeah, we had like someone gave you that what is it? That lemonade one.
Oh yeah.
And
Eddie's?
then
Eddie's,
Eddie's.
Deep Eddie's.
It was Deep
which
Eddie's.
I accidentally one time finished a whole bottle of that, and then I threw up, and I was like, "Why did I throw up?"
But there was that. That was that night.
So it was several.
That was that night.
It was,
It was, we had beers, random beers. Like it was a lot of
So it was
different
just
things.
everything.
We tornadoed Mike's
you
hearts.
threw the
Yes.
kitchen sink at
Yes.
your fucking liver, basically.
Yes.
Because, mind you, it's a dry campus.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have alcohol, and allegedly.
Yeah. Wait. What? That's bullshit.
But-
It's a dry
dry
So,
campus.
and since your RA could technically come in at any point if there's
First
something
of all, though,
suspicious.
our RA
blah, blah.
was great.
We fucking love.
I don't want to throw him
Shout
under
out
the
RA
bus,
freshman year.
but
Love
him.
you.
Don't say Don't say.
Shout out
that.
our floor freshman year. Love you. Hastings, third floor. You know.
So, anyways, so you guys, that was the first time that you guys got drunk together because you
No.
just decided to.
No.
It was our first time getting drunk together.
Oh, you don't remember? That wasn't it.
Yeah, I
that's,
don't remember.
Countless nights.
Yeah. Probably
So-
Halloween, maybe. I don't know. Before that, though, we were just like randomly, we just drank in our dorms too. You know?
So you
That
guys
was the
look.
era
So you
of dorm
guys. So you
parties.
guys literally one night just looked at the fucking alcohol that you had.
We
and you were
said
just
we
like,
gotta finish this.
You know what? Fuck it. Tonight. What night was that?
We said we've got to see it through, my
Like-
boy.
It was
Friday?
a Saturday, maybe.
Okay. All right. So you guys didn't have like school the next day.
But we
Got
had
you.
to like finish everything soon because
That's crazy.
Because like,
yeah, we
I
were
don't
running
know.
out of time.
yeah, because
That's-
we were like, we have a deadline.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. So you guys go. What is the biggest fight you've ever seen occur like on a night out?
Okay.
This was our freshman year.
Damn, this is all in
spring.
freshman year.
No.
A lot of shit
So like
happened
the
freshman
biggest
year.
fight that we know someone that has been in.
and
was-
we've heard of it.
Yeah.
Because like
Because we were there, but then we had just left, and literally right when we left, it happened. So
Go
we
ahead.
didn't directly witness it, but we basically, like, he was supposed to leave with us, but then he stayed for some reason.
Yeah.
We went to a different party, and then when he stayed, suddenly we start getting all these calls from. Oh,
I'll bleep the name. Don't mention.
we
don't
were
mention it.
at McDonald's. We were getting food.
So
the
you
night
guys had
was
drunk
done.
cheese?
someone had thrown up
Yeah.
on the table. I remember that.
Club McDonald's
We
at Penn
walked in.
State, bro. You don't even know.
Club
They
McDonald's.
called it Club
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
They then had security, like
Yeah.
letting people into the doors.
Yeah. And then we keep getting calls because we were with a bunch of guy friends from like my hometown.
Oh yeah.
And then so we had left, we went to McDonald's, about to eat, and then we keep getting calls from our friend, and he's like, "Yo, like I just got jumped. Me and my friend just got jumped."
And I was like, what?
And we were like, "What are
You're
you
lying.
talking about?" And then all of my guy friends were like, "Yo, we're ready. Let's go back." I was like, "We're at McDonald's." No,
How far
It was-
away were
it
you
was,
guys
like,
from?
deep.
we were.
It was pretty deep.
Yeah, it was kind of deep.
And when they say jumped,
No, like
It
he
was, like-
said it was
like-
him and his one friend that started helping him, and like,
then, like,
six
seven-
other like
seven
a
other
lot.
dudes.
wait.
The
but
next
what-
day I
what
saw him, he had like a
caused it?
black eye.
He had a black
Some
eye. He
girl,
had-
I think.
Yeah, he had bit his inner cheek. He said that his girlfriend at the time, she was like drunk, and then he was drunk too. But then he like went to go find his other friend that he was there with
Mm-hmm.
because he was supposed to leave with us again, mind you. Like we had left, we're like, bro, we're leaving. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna go grab them, but like you can just go. So then suddenly he comes back and he sees his girl being cornered by this man. Like he's all up on her, like he's leaning on the wall like this, like trapped her. And so he's like, come on, we're going. And then she was like, okay. And then the guy's like, don't you see I'm talking to her? And he's like, no, like we're going. This is my girl. And then like shoves the fuck out of him. And then the guy gets mad, and then they start like fighting. He said 2 girls were collaterally knocked out when they started jumping
because they
him.
were around.
They were in the
So
kitchen
they just
area.
got like
They got
Yeah.
fucking
rogue punches.
rocked, rogue punches, because they were just going like this. And then I remember he was just like, and then the fight got moved outside, and it was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then he
Got
said his
moved like people kicked them out, or like it just
they were
ended
started
up-
getting bodies were getting thrown outside, and then they just like went and like moved.
They
and
continued
then
it
he said
outside.
like there was some curb stomping happening from from his friend to another kid, and then the other people
Wait,
ran
wait,
away.
I don't
wait,
know
wait,
how
wait,
it
wait.
ended, though.
Hold up.
They started running away because
Those
then,
two, yeah, I consider those two to have won the fight. There's no way if you You guys
Because
gotta be some
our
good
friend has been in fights
fighters.
before,
Yeah,
and
you have to be a
he,
good
like,
fighter to
knows
get
whatever.
out of like 2 versus 6. Like that's
Yeah.
fucking
They've
crazy.
wrestled. They've
Yeah,
like,
they
they've had a
wrestled,
past.
they had
you know.
So these
They've been
dudes,
through
these
shit.
dudes, I mean, he pushed the guy away, rightfully so, because he was being like disrespectful,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to.
And then
he's
the guy
trying
got mad and just started swinging. Like,
so
swung.
immediately just
Just
started
started
swinging.
like swung. They were in the middle of a kitchen, and the kitchen area, mind you, was like tinier.
Man, it was a college.
But then
house.
people just started like jumping in to fight.
And then it was literally a 2v6.
Yeah.
Yes, it was crazy.
I went to the gym with him the next day. And
We
he
saw him
had
at the gym.
bruises.
Yep. And then he goes like, guys, look, someone when they hit him, his tooth fucking split the inside of his mouth open.
How bad was the split?
It
I
was
don't
like
know.
bad, but not horrible that he needed to get it fixed.
It wasn't like
He was
he
like,
didn't need
it's
to
fine.
go anywhere.
Yeah, he was just like,
after, you
it's
know?
fine.
He went to. He was at the gym the next day.
yeah,
You know,
we were literally
he
looking
could
out
have he could have gotten like his, like, I mean, if not him, but like any other 2 people, if it was a 2v6, they would have been fucking
Oh,
pummeled.
dead ass. I agree.
So that's very
Yeah.
impressive
So
that he got
was-
out of there.
So that was freshman year, and then this past semester, were you there when the fight with bleep the name in
No.
champs? So then this semester,
Yeah.
so this semester,
know about this story.
Me and our roommate Caitlin were like going out obviously together because then Sonia had been graduated, but whenever she would come up, obviously we'd all go out. But then this was one of the times that she wasn't up, but we went out with one of our other friends, and he's pretty feisty. Like he's
Yeah.
down, like he'll be there
He
if he
also
needs to fight.
instigates.
Yes, he really instigates, but
Half
he also
the time it's his fault.
He will end
hold
a
up.
fight.
Like, you mean instigate, or do you mean he's just like, because he's just
he just
has
doesn't take
attitude?
shit. He doesn't take shit.
He is
He
so
will not shy away. And in this instance, some bitch kept pushing, and I like went like this, and then he's like, "Oh my god, is she pushing still?" So he like steps into that part of our circle, and then like pushes her, and then she pushes back, and he turns around, and she turns around. He's like, "Bitch, you want to keep fight? Like you want to keep pushing? Like stop pushing." And then she's like, "No, no." And then he's like, "So you want to fight, huh?" And she gets into his face. He's like my size, but built or like bigger.
He's a little taller. He's like,
No,
I
he's
think,
literally
like
my
an inch.
height or a little bit shorter. He just wears shoes that have the platform.
Yo, you calling this dude?
No, but then this girl's like, maybe your height or smaller, and gets into his
God,
face
I'm
and is
pretty
like, yeah, I'm gonna fight, and goes like that. And he's like, bitch, you wanna get in my face? He's strong as hell, but also doesn't realize it sometimes. Shoves this girl. We all almost started laughing because when he shoved this bitch, because she pushed him and got into his face. Fully, her friend circle
how
was
much
here.
did she weigh? Did you say
I'm gonna say a
If
buck
she's
40.
smaller than me, like
I
come
want to
on.
say a buck 40.
So she was like, she could have gotten yeeted.
She
by,
got yeeted. So what I'm saying is he then shoves her. All we see is go, oh fuck. And then he just shoves her. She fucking flies through her friend group to the other side of the friend group, and they catch her. And then she comes back. She's like, bitch. And then we're like, go like this. And then the 2 guy friends that were with her turn around. They're like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh,
and then
I remember this.
And then
I
he's
wasn't
like,
there,
So,
but-
oh,
he
I
goes,
thought you.
so then he goes, your fucking friend is pushing, and then she wants to fight. Like, she wants to fight. Come here. Like, come fight. Don't be fucking shy. And he's like that, like going like this
To the
guys.
2 dudes.
But through the 2 dudes to the girl, and then she's so fucking tiny. She has another friend that's tall and was like, "Oh my god, are you okay? Like stop, don't go over there." But then they realized that they were the ones that were wrong, because then the guys start going up to, and then I was like, "Oh, I didn't really think too much of it, but I remember." I went like this, and I went like this, and just shoved the fuck out of these 2 dudes like that. Like, they stepped back, and I was like, get the fuck out of our faces. And then our other friend, Matt, is holding back. I'm fully just saying names now because
I'll believe all
they
of
don't.
them.
I don't know if they care or not. Whatever. So then our friend Matt is holding back, and then me and Caitlin, I'm going like this. She sees that I shoved the fuck out of these 2 dudes, and she's like, "Shit, now I gotta get in there because if someone's fighting, like, obviously I'm not gonna throw hands first, but I will try to stop it." So I go, and then she takes one of them that's like the feistier one because she's like more calm, and then I take the other guy, and then he's like, what's the problem? I'm like, your fucking friend's trying to fight, and now she thinks she didn't do anything wrong. Like, why are you guys trying to fucking fight? Like, back up. And then whatever, we end up working through it, and then he's like, hey, like, I'm sorry, like, we don't want to fight, like, we're really, really sorry, like, please, because they got scared. They're like, we don't want to fight, oh my god, please, like, we're so sorry. The girls got scared, and we're like, oh my god, no, like, she's so sorry. But their one friend, the one guy friend that Caitlin was like with, kept being like, no, blah, 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 who then is friends with Tracy and them. We came to later find out. And then they end up just whatever, he turns white, but then he's always like this, like, like mean mugging. We're like, bitch, you're not gonna do shit. Because his one friend's like, no, we're so sorry. Like, no, we're not fighting. And then this other bystander guy is drunk, and he turns and goes to the guy that I was just talking to, but I'm literally standing. Me and Caitlin are standing as the block between their group and our group. And then I hear him, he goes, yo, what the fuck's up? Like, who do we have to fight? And I turn and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? This isn't your fucking business. Like, get out of here. And he's like, hey, like, I was just asking. I'm like, get the fuck out. Like, no one fucking asked you.
Scary. If you look at us, if you get us all collectively mad.
Yeah, like,
should
I'm
be
sorry.
scared.
I was just getting
I'm
mad
just
because we've resolved the issue, and this dude's trying to stick his nose where it doesn't belong. And I'm like, turn the fuck away. Like, no one's fucking fighting. Who's fucking fighting? And then he's like, hey, I'm sorry. And then the guy's like, no, like, bro, like, just go away. It's fine.
People are lucky they haven't gotten all of us mad at once.
No, yeah.
Bro, that was that the video the night you sent me the fucking videos of the shit, or is that a different fight
I
now?
don't know. So we've almost fought in champs way too many times.
See, like it's always an almost. I feel like there hasn't been like a
There's never a follow
fight,
through.
You know?
Yeah.
So no, except for Will, there was no blows, like no punches being thrown.
No.
No.
Oh my God.
Definitely shoves, but yeah.
That's insane. That's pretty
like
crazy.
enough.
What about the wildest party that you've ever been to, ever? At Penn
Okay, wait.
State?
I have a memorable one from freshman year.
I just want to know what you're talking about.
I want to say. I need to just call it the hot box house because I don't know how else to describe it.
A random fucking house.
It was some random house that we walked into. The
So,
amount
like-
of bodies.
Okay. Obviously, Penn State is a PWI, but I
Yes.
didn't realize that, like, at the time, because I came from a town that was so, like, diverse that, like, I didn't realize there was such a disconnect and, like, difference. So, and in our dorm, obviously, it was a bunch of, like, other, like, white people, but, like, me and Kat aren't. So,
Yeah.
like, but I just thought that was normal. I was like, we talked to them, they talked to us, so I didn't feel anything was wrong or weird. But then, obviously, like, who we follow on Instagram, who we kind of like talk to the most are other like other POC. And then so then we see a poster, I guess, a graphic, a design for a party.
advertisement.
An advertisement for a party. And we're like, yo, like, let's go. And then two of our friends on the floor, we were like, yo, we're going out. You want to come out with us? Because we're freshmen. Like, no one knows moves.
Yeah.
And we
They're only
knew
like
moves.
frats. And we
Yeah.
always had
And frats were
moves.
hard to get into. But this one, like, you didn't really have to have a ratio that much, you know?
Okay.
So then we bring our two friends. One's a really small girl. One's a kind of bigger guy.
Both white.
Yes, both white.
Okay.
And then we go to this house. We're like, oh, this is it? Like, I don't know what we were expecting. But we go in there and, oh, my God, we walk in and it's just sardine people.
like fucking.
Like, no lights at all. Not
Nope.
even LED lights. Just, like, pitch black and little, like,
random
lamps.
lights. Yeah.
like, scattered across
People-
the corner.
Wait,
All
you're
on the
saying it was
stairwell.
that densely
It
packed?
was
Yes.
so dense and the air was thick.
Yes.
And then
It
there was an
hot.
opening circle for
Any
dancing.
any
and phones
videos
recording.
or pictures?
I might. I
probably.
gotta look at it.
So you're
oh my God, yeah, because there's this video of like, I don't know what hype song came on. I don't know. You know how it goes.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a POC party.
It's a POC.
We didn't
party.
realize, like,
Oh,
Baby
yes.
dancing.
it's not a primary. So the ratio in
No.
there is like it's
So
very
we
mixed.
basically
diverse.
brought like one of the
Yes.
only white people.
there.
And we
Were the
fine.
rest mostly
We felt
Asian,
fine.
Latino, black? Or
Yes.
It was like,
black and
Latino,
Latino.
black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black and Latino.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the music was definitely bumping.
It was like
bumping.
throwing ass.
Yeah, we
bumping.
were like
Curse
chilling.
words.
Like some good ass
yes,
fucking
like
music.
good ass music. Oh my God, it was good. It was
so
a fun
so the
time.
vibes were crazy. But why do you
Yes.
call it the hot box? It's just because it's that packed. Like,
Bro, and it was hot. There was smoke everywhere. You know how
Yes.
it goes.
It was thick. It was
I love seeing that though. Loki, when you have like a really
No,
like really
it was-
packed place
I
and
have
you see
never
the
seen
plumes
that,
of
though.
smoke
It was-
go
Oh my
up,
God, it
you're
was
like,
so
oh
cool.
Jesus Christ,
That
this
was
looks
the.
crazy.
I didn't realize what it was at the time.
No.
But after going to Penn State for like 4 years, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, we were there.
We did
like,
that.
now we see all the people that we see now who are like, because now like we're fully immersed in the POC community. But at the time, like I didn't understand what that
We
was.
didn't.
Yeah,
It was like the second month of school.
Yeah.
Of our
Yeah.
freshman
Yeah.
year.
And we're
yeah,
still
yeah.
like trying to figure out. You're still trying to find what people you
Yeah.
actually fuck
Your clicks.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're trying
And
to
it
get
was
out of that
just-
mentality
It
of like
happened.
you
It
have
was
to be
just
friends.
me and Kat and our two like guys, like people from our floor.
Yeah.
But like, I just remember like there was obviously I was trying to dance, and obviously like I didn't realize they weren't dancers. The
I
people
know.
that we brought.
And I was like, this is awkward because it's
Yo,
almost
if
like
the Cotton Eye Joe came on, that shit would have been great. They would have went off.
no, because you know how it is when it's you're almost like I feel like they shouldn't be seeing this side.
Yeah, no, I
of
just
me.
forgot.
Like,
I didn't
feel
realize
they're
it
just,
was like that.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
And
weird.
then there was a lot of like shoving and pushing and like
And they're, like,
can't
the
breathe.
one
Not,
girl
not,
was, like,
not violent shoving though.
No,
right?
not
Like, just,
violent.
like,
It was
people
like
getting
dancing
rowdy,
The
and
rowdy.
classic
you know,
rowdy shoving.
It's like the
It's like the
fun
type of
shit.
crazy ass party where like you said there were people on the stairs.
Yes.
The stairs
That's how
were
you
packed,
know
yes.
that it's fucking wild. When people start
Yeah.
standing on stairs and having conversations, like looking
No,
like not
literally.
high level.
And like you can't see people's faces, so like when a good song's on and your flash is on, that's when you see all the
yes,
faces.
and everyone's fucking dripping
Like,
sweat.
I have.
oh my
I have
god,
a
it
video.
was that dark.
Yes, I have a video of like these
Nobody needed to
guys
see-
who are like singing, and I didn't like. Turns out, me and Kat had like the biggest crushes on them throughout our like career at Penn State.
It was so funny.
But I
Those
didn't
two
realize.
same dudes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were in the video. I was like, oh my
Yes.
god,
That's
I didn't
crazy.
That's
realize.
them. That's
yeah.
them. Dude, that's crazy.
No,
so
and
that
then-
was the wildest party you guys saw.
Yeah, but then I remember like our floor also. There was a handful of POC on our floor, but like it was either like Asian. Mm-hmm. And when I say handful, it was like maybe 5. And we were like,
Of like 50.
We were-
Oh no, 20.
yeah.
maybe?
So I don't know what they thought.
You mean in Hastings?
Yeah, Hastings, third floor. But I feel like in the beginning,
Unrenovated.
unrenovated. First of all, the furthest corner,
AC.
the furthest corner back. Like, remember we didn't have heat in the fucking winter?
Yeah,
I would
it was-
have to be bundled up
It
because
was
we're the
so
corner
funny.
room.
And
we were
our heads
301.
were by the
window.
Like
There was like
much
no
room.
insulation.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But remember they like thought we didn't party or go out?
Yeah.
And then every time we would literally see them out and
Yeah.
they'd be like,
They
how'd
were
you
so
get in here?
confused.
No, they'd
The,
literally be like, how'd you get in here?
like white people?
Yeah.
The white people on your
Yes.
floor?
Yeah, they were
Yes.
kind of mean about it at first,
But then they realized,
we were so cool.
and we were going out more than them.
It was so funny. Me and Kat were in the bathroom one time, and this girl comes up to us from like the other side, or like maybe 2 doors down from us, and they were like, so like they were basically asking like, oh, what do you guys do, or like, are you guys like, I don't know what they thought, but they were like, there's like a different guy coming out of your room every night.
Because do you remember that one time?
Wait, what were they They were like, yo, y'all running like a
They
fucking sex
literally
ring
were like,
at
who
PSU?
are all these men? And we were like,
I
our
don't
friends.
know. Yeah, they were literally just our friends.
There was one time, it was me and Sonia and like 11 other of our guy friends.
And like the guys
11
on
other dudes in your room and just the two of you?
Okay. Oh my
This
god, no,
is
this
like,
sounds
this
bad.
is
It
literally
sounds
this
so
is
bad.
literally
No.
the hard. This is like a setup to like,
No, it wasn't like that though.
bro,
They were our friends.
They were our friends, and there was maybe another girl.
11 dudes,
not 11, maybe 8.
It was a lot of us in a
8
tiny dorm.
dudes and 3 girls. That ratio is crazy.
Do you remember that one of our floor mates was like, "Can we have a fork?"
Yeah, they
and
asked
we're like,
for a
"Oh,
spoon
we yeah." And
in
then
the
we're-
group chat, in
yeah.
our floor group
and
chat.
we're like, "Come."
And I was like, oh yeah, come.
So
301,
both of
we
them
got a
came.
spoon. They both came. They opened the door. They're like,
It was all
whoa,
guys.
what's going on in here?
They're like, "What is this?" And we're like, "Yo, I don't know." Everyone loved coming to our dorm, even though
Like, yeah, like our
we
friends.
were unrenovated.
It was just it was a good time.
And
You
the
guys,
vibes there, we had like
Lights.
these like
you guys decorated it
sparkly
nice.
lights. Yeah,
we had
Yeah,
all the
Hazel,
vibes.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like literally a vibe.
It was
can't
so
explain
like
it anywhere
homey and
else.
cozy. Like everyone
Yeah.
that walked in just felt instantly comfortable. Mm-hmm. And we would have so many nights of just people there. At one point, we had an air mattress. People were sleeping
Yeah.
That's
in the
crazy.
gap.
So you guys were saying so. That's the wildest party. Then you say what led to the dorm conversation just now? This beer smacking.
Oh, because we brought a floor mate out, and then I was saying how some of like our
Oh yeah,
floor
we
mates
brought our
thought we
floor
didn't go
friends.
out.
Like
And
the
they
people-
yeah. So that was the question. So I was gonna say like they were probably like, shouldn't you guys be like studying, like because they were like, oh, Asian people go out. Is that like what you were saying that it was kind of?
no, that's not what I thought.
No, I feel like
Oh,
that
makes so
must
much
I thought that
sense.
that's what you were saying because
'Cause,
I feel like for like this isn't to shit on them, but I feel like if you're a white person from central fucking Pennsylvania, you only know like Asian people from your maybe one local fucking Chinese food place or whatever. Like you're
I
not,
forgot about stereotypes.
yeah, like you're not gonna know
We
shit.
are.
That wasn't a
what
thing
type
to
of
me.
stereotype are we? Swagapino? Is that a
Swag
stereotype?
a Pinot.
Do you know-
Work hard, party harder.
Literally.
We had dean's list every. Did you have
Every
dean's list every
semester,
semester? Yeah. See, I did too. Like, let's be real. You're gonna
Please.
hear about all these stories.
Proving the stereotype right.
cannot-
We're studious too. Half right. Half right.
To be fair, all the other like the little bit of other POC on our floor, like they didn't go out because they were
Yeah.
exchange students,
Yeah,
like
they didn't
or
get it.
I
international
will say
students.
this: international students, hella fuck. There was mad international students at my school. They were so cliquey. Like
Yeah.
I befriended
Yes.
a couple of them, but it was hard to like get into that friend group.
That's why
They didn't even want to.
But let me tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna say some shit about the Asian people that I went to school with, like college with. They were the stereotype of like, oh, like you go out to party. Like if I were to see them out, I'd be surprised. They were very studious bunch, very like calm people. They would like we hung out and like drank a couple times, but they're not like going to the club type shit. You know?
See, we
Like loud
hung out
parties.
with like the Filipinos who, I mean, I feel like they be partying hard too.
they
you
do
know?
be. Like,
They do.
Yeah.
And then the other POC would be like the Latinos.
Yeah.
And you know how they are.
Yeah.
We didn't.
that's why we had so many connections then for all
yeah.
these random
We
apartment
didn't
parties.
like talk to like people who were like purely Asian actually. 'Cause
Got you.
They also didn't want
Do you
to. They
remember?
weren't very welcoming.
There was no like Asian American. I mean, there was I
Chinese
don't know.
American?
It was never Chinese American. It was like Chinese Student Association. So it's like
Like,
all the
yeah.
people that are international
from China.
and they're
Yeah.
like very cliquey. Like if you don't speak Cantonese or Mandarin or anything, like
Like if you were
they're
born
gonna
in the
literally
US,
look down on you.
No.
Yeah,
Because
they're like no.
I don't know if it's that they look down on you. I think it's just they feel like kind of.
No, they're like you're not one of us. And especially since I'm
Yeah.
half Chinese,
They're
it's always
crazy.
like they'll-
Yeah,
they'd be
that
like
hits
halfy.
different. That hits different for you and I. But okay, so the one thing I will say is that friend group that I made friends with in college, they're all like great dudes. They were very cliquey, some of them because they were international. But let me tell you, the best group of friends to have before finals and midterms.
That's
I
facts.
studied
get
with them,
that.
dude, and they like just by being around them, it was like you just like
We
learn
were that
more.
for our majors.
Like that was like the one
They
thing
have
I
so
said.
much more to lose.
And
too.
when I like
They
the,
do, 'cause
the
they-
one,
yeah.
yeah, because they're like from they're
Yeah.
they're visiting from like another country, and it's like they went all the way here for this, you know.
And everyone I talked to when I worked as a fitness assistant, like when I would do the international kids ones, and I'd be like, oh, so what are your plans after graduation? And it's always like they need to find a job or they have to go back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pressure's insane.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like renewing
I'm like,
visas
that's
and stuff,
a
work
lot.
visas, that
Yeah.
pressure is
That
insane.
sounds like stressful.
But the best, one of my favorite college memories, like for me, was when I in a fucking accounting class, which is like very math oriented,
Yeah.
right? We were studying for this fucking finance class.
business major.
Yeah, it was business shit. But yeah, which you always makes fun of. I'm not saying it was a hard class, but like we were studying a lot because this was one of the harder classes we had to take, right? And before the class, like I was just like kind of chilling, whatever. And I would never be like I didn't come across as very studious, I guess, to them because I was always be making jokes and shit. So I was like the class clown or whatever. And then the midterms come across. We take the midterms the week after. The professor's like, she takes 5 minutes at the end of the class and she's like, guys, I just finished grading the midterms and I'm very disappointed in like your guys' performance.
God, that's crazy.
Mind you, it's like the business school is split up into 3 classes. We all like the same exact class, 3 different time slots, and the majority of Asian people that like I knew were in my time slot. So we were all there, and she said that you could see the look on these kids' faces, like, oh no, like what the fuck did I get? Because they were like, it was a
Yeah.
hard midterm. She goes and then she's like, there were only like, it was a class of like 35, 40 kids. There was only 3 or 4 of you that got above like a 90 or an 85.
Oh, whoa.
She said the average was like a 78%. She was like, I'm so disappointed in
70
you
is
guy.
still pretty high.
Well, for
But for
For
a
bus-
35
yeah,
person
yeah.
class, I'm thinking of like our classes with
of like
200
yeah,
people.
no.
yeah.
Because then the average goes way down because
Yeah.
people could be stupid.
Super.
Anyways, so and your major was harder. So she goes and starts talking, and she's like, and then the fucking craziest thing, she was like, there were only 3 people, and then she named the 3 people. And this professor, by the way, I just mentioned, she was from China. Like, she was very, like,
said, "I don't give a
I
fuck."
loved her. She was honestly, like, one of the best teachers I've ever had. Like, the way she explained the information. But she didn't play no games. So when she said, like,
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, and she fucking called out, I was the second person. Second high score. I think I got, like, a 97.
Oh, shit.
But when I got that fucking paper, these other, like, the Asian friends, they got, like, 80s. Some of them maybe got in the 70s. And when I got that paper back, I remember I said to them, because one of them was like, call me like Happy or whatever. I was like, huh, I'm the Happy, but I got a better score, huh? And they were like, oh.
They ate their words
Yeah,
just
they were
then.
just like,
There you
damn.
go.
They said half Chinese, but a full-blown scholar.
Dead ass.
No, yeah, so that was my little anecdote.
Is that
Sorry.
coffee?
Yeah, dude, I'm going to shit.
both-
I'm drinking
Oh,
beer
you
and
finished
coffee.
yours. I have
I
been
finished
switching
mine.
between coffee.
No, I finished.
I have
mine.
been switching
I don't know
between
how
coffee
you
and
both
beer.
have been doing that.
I just didn't. I forgot.
It's fire. It's fire. Coffee and beer, low key.
Wow.
You know what they do in Germany? They mix beer.
Are we in Germany?
No, I'm just saying beer with banana juice.
Whoa.
It's
Wait.
really good.
I've never had
How
banana
you juice
juice.
a banana?
Anyway.
I forgot this thing's been here.
Okay, so you guys have said the biggest parties. You guys have said the biggest fights. What was the craziest party year for you guys? Of the four.
Craziest party year in what sense?
Like the year out of freshman, sophomore, junior, senior that you guys were just like off the fucking rails.
Freshman and senior year.
Yeah, because
Without a
sophomore
doubt.
year was COVID.
COVID,
still.
yeah. Like,
Yeah,
So
so that
like
kinda
there
derailed a
weren't,
bunch.
there weren't such big parties.
yeah.
I mean, I still
We still
died some nights, but I mean, but I would say freshman year because it all felt so new
And we were
and
just
like so memorable
and exciting, and you're just trying
Like,
to find like
Me and Kat,
everyone.
do I still have my scars? I definitely
Oh my
have my
God.
scars. Oh,
From when you
this
guys jumped the
scar?
fence?
Yes, like that was freshman year. Just
Where
because
am
we
I?
were too
Oh,
lazy to
mine
walk
are right
around.
here.
So they tried to jump a fence. Long story short,
We did
and
jump the fence.
When they did, they cut themselves on the dismount.
Good
Yeah,
thing we had our tetanus shots.
Yeah, that was. We were in the McDonald's like bathroom
Drunk.
cleaning
Literally like scrubbing our wounds because it wouldn't stop bleeding.
The McDonald's club. What
Club
did you call?
McDonald's.
Club
Club
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Club McDonald's bathroom.
I don't know why we were just like for the memes. Let's
There
jump
was
this
so much
fence.
that happened. And like St. Patty's, like our first St. Patty's freshman year, I died
was so
Thursday.
drunk.
No, I died Friday.
We
I
did a
couldn't
crate
go out.
race, and then because we said let's
Wait,
pregame
didn't you
with a
tell me
crate
about
race.
this? The crate race? You told me about this.
'Cause
This
Sabrina-
was like one of the crate.
Yeah.
Like you were like, yeah, you couldn't go out because you
No,
were just like,
I was
I'm
so
Sabrina
sick.
and D.
fucked up.
We're
I've
visiting
never
us.
done a crate race. The idea of it sounds so like intriguing to me. Like I would love to do a crate race.
It's so fun.
But is it trashy once you're out of college though?
No, it's fun.
Like a 24-year-old about to be 25 doing a crate
You're,
race?
do it.
you're looking at two Penn State alum, you know?
Yeah, but you guys are
Sorry.
like
Alums
younger,
almost
so like
party
you can,
harder.
you know?
I mean, who cares?
I guess so. We're just
We
about
would
to
just
look
do it
mad
here.
trashy.
Yeah, we literally go in the
True.
backyard.
Like, we just do it, like,
True.
at home.
Why did we
True.
think
Who
we
cares?
we really said let's pregame with a crate
Crazy.
race?
So
a
scholastically, what was the hardest year?
Scholastically,
If that is a word.
My junior year.
I think my sophomore year.
Was like you were just like what the fuck in terms of that was also the Zoom University. Do you think that had to do with
Yeah,
that
that
for you?
definitely had to do it for me, because those were probably my lowest grades. Junior year, I kind of
Maybe
got
me too.
better.
Got you.
For me,
But there was just, you did a lot. Like,
For
it was academically
yeah,
challenging.
junior year, sophomore year, I definitely took a lot of hard classes, but it wasn't like so many classes that were
It was
hard
also, like,
together.
still Zoom University, so, like,
And it was like
cheating.
difficult, but at the same time, yeah, you just be like looking at the camera to post a note.
She has a fucking one of my favorite videos ever taken of me. This was during because my senior year was Zoom
yeah.
University.
He would sleep through classes.
Bro, she has a video like it was like at 8:20 a.m. and I'd be up at like 4 a.m. the night before. COVID hours like sleep schedule was horrid for me.
horrible.
Like I would be going to bed at like 4 or 5. It was bad.
because time was, like, non-existent.
Yeah, it didn't matter. You didn't have anything to do. You were
Yeah.
just waking up, staying in the house anyways.
We had the same stat class, and we connected to her TV and take class together.
Yeah, like, in our
dorm.
dorm.
That's pretty cool.
And we're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
this
really
is fun. Like,
But
pretend we're in class.
but like you guys, so like she has a video of me where I logged in, went into the Zoom, just turned off my camera and muted myself, and I was assed out. I was just like with my fucking phone Zoom on,
That's so funny.
just for the attendance.
I mean, I did that too. Steven would call me because we had a 9 a.m. together. She'd do pop quizzes. He would call me like
remember.
10 minutes before, be like, Sonia, we have a quiz right now. Log on. I was like, oh shit.
so did you ever do that for him if he was wanting
No,
to
he was
sleep
always
in?
awake.
Oh shit.
I was
This
never.
girl, I remember, she would not wake up for the life of me for her alarm.
Oh,
And most of the time, I'd
see?
already be awake.
Times I've been
and
bad
I would
about
just be
my
like,
way.
I would say, Sonia, and she'd wake up. And I'm like, yo, what?
I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Low key, the times that I've like visited you guys, your fucking alarm always wakes me up. I didn't want to say nothing, like while we were there, but like literally, I'd just be asleep and
No, but then
Like, in
she,
the
she
distance?
put some beats on it, and I was like, yo.
Oh my god, I
What kind
have
of
one where
group?
it turns into like Hotline Bling.
And it's like,
Drake.
What?
crazy. And I'd
you
be
gotta
like,
play that afterwards. You gotta play
Okay.
that afterwards because we might get
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
stricken down for copyright.
wait,
It's mad
but
stupid.
before you continue. Oh, yeah, so for you, it was sophomore year.
Yeah, but you know.
Because of Zoom.
Yeah, shit like that. Those were my lowest grades.
I would say junior year, I just had a big class load, and they weren't the easiest classes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why junior year for me. But anyway.
All right. And then the last like fun question before we get into more serious advice type shit. Damn, this is this more so for you. I don't know if you want to air this publicly, but your worst down bad moment in all of college.
Yo, I've had two.
I've
you
been
know
there.
what? Once a year, it sticks out to me. But like
Once a semester.
I have like one every like year
Oh.
that were so bad. But I think the worst one was junior year when I got roofied. I didn't want to believe it was roofied.
But her.
Me and
And
my
our
one friend. Like, it wasn't even my drink. It was my friend's drink, and he was a guy. And I was just holding it, and, like, there were, like, steps and, like, an elevated surface behind me. So there
Yeah.
were, like, guys, like, standing on top of it. And I was just holding the drink, you know, it's a regular day. Like, we're at the bar, and then, like, I'm just taking sips of this drink, but I'm holding it for him
At the
because he's, like,
den.
going around. Yeah, and then he's like, okay, like, I'll take it back, and then you come up to me. And, you know, I'm feeling drunk. You know, I've had, like, two drinks, though. And, like, yeah, I didn't eat, but, like...
You know, a
that's
chip
like,
and you go out.
And that's, like, you know, it's not unusual for me. So then I'm there, and, like, Kat comes up to me and goes, oh, you want to go outside? Because we have, like, there's an outside terrace part of it.
Yeah.
At this bar. And I'm like, I'm getting, like, heartburn. And then she was like, okay, just come outside. Like, we'll go
Get some
outside for a
air.
little bit, get some air. So we sit down, and immediately I put my head down, and I'm like this.
She did not look good.
And, like, there's, like, obviously security guards around, like, just, like, bouncers, though. And then I'm there, I'm like, yo, like, and my eyes are still open, but I'm like, shit, like, I need to go home. And we lived right across the street from this bar.
Literally.
Yeah, so, like, it was going to
100
be
feet
okay.
away.
Like, I thought it was just, like, a regular, like, puke and rally, go to sleep type shit. So then, whatever, I'm pretty fucked up. I leave, I'm like, guys, I'm going home. And then our friend Matt walks me just to the door of our apartment building.
Yeah.
And because he was fucked up too, he had to go home.
He
So
was-
then I went upstairs straight to the bathroom. I'm like sitting there on the floor, like trying to throw up, but I'm just like dry heaving.
Are you like pulling trig?
Yeah, I'm like trying. I'm really trying.
Yeah.
That is the
And then
fucking
I'm
worst.
like there, and I'm like, shit, nothing's coming out, and like no one's home.
Because
And-
I thought that Matt had gone back with you fully because when you
Yeah.
I said, okay, Sonia, sit here and then we'll just leave.
Yeah.
Because you were like, oh, I'm like not feeling good. And I was like, okay, we could just go because Matt was also really drunk.
Yeah.
But I had to go find our other friend who had gotten roofied. He was fucking going
Oh my
crazy
God, yeah.
because he drank like the rest of the drink.
Yeah, I
You
only
did,
took,
but you
like,
didn't know. Hold on,
sips.
just say you didn't know that he was.
No.
I
really
didn't
drunk.
know. I
didn't
was just like,
know.
why is he acting so crazy?
Yeah.
And
Because Kat doesn't know the state I'm in either.
No,
So you
because
guys
I
had
left.
different reactions.
Yeah, I
'cause
let
I
her-
left her
I let her, like,
with
stay.
our friend Matt
Yeah.
outside, and I said, "Let me go find our other friend, and then we'll like all leave." He's like running away from me, and then he suddenly disappears. Our other friend Will had to wake up. It was
Because
like
it was
2
more
in the morning
his
almost.
friend at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't super close to him. I mean,
I
Yeah.
don't think you stated. I've heard this story before, but I don't think you stated that the drink that you were holding. You guys got roofied from the same drink.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause
you
it
were
was his
holding it at
drink.
the time
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
When they
When
slipped
they
you the
slipped
pill.
something
Yes.
in there.
And
Yeah.
then you took a couple sips.
Yeah.
But he got
He
the
drank the
majority
rest
he
of
downed
it.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then
that's why he was
he
reacting.
started.
the
He
way
ran
was.
away, and then I'm like, "What the fuck?" So and then he like leaves. He somehow disappears because I scoured the entire den,
Yeah.
the upstairs and the downstairs. At that point, Sonia had left. I thought she left with Matt. I was like, "Okay, let me just like figure out this stuff with the other friend." I call our friend Will. I keep calling. He's like not answering because he thought I was calling him to come out, and he was like, "I'm not fucking going out. I have to wake up in a couple hours, and it's
Yeah.
already so late." He finally picks up. He's like, "Yo, what?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry to wake you up, but like your friend literally just ran away saying he's going to yours. Something's like wrong. He's like so drunk. I have to go though, but like just make sure he's okay." Long story short, they end up having to like choke him out.
Like, knock him
Knock him
out.
out.
To
To
drag
settle him
him.
down, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he also like threw up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like Will's roommate then watches him for the rest of
Mm-hmm.
the night because then Will had that thing in the morning. And then we finally like we all break down each part of our stories. And then we're like, yo, you guys literally got
No,
roofied.
but the thing is, like...
Oh, you have to continue when you
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
then
yeah.
I
So
got...
while that's happening,
So
you're-
I threw up a little bit, and I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, usually after I throw up a little,
You're just-
I can go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get, like, the spins anymore. I'm fine. So then I get on my bed, but it's not stopping. Like, I keep dry heaving, and I can't get up. Like, so I had to drag this, like, empty Mike's, like, bottle box, put it to my, like, by my bed, and my head is hanging
Wait,
off.
cardboard box?
Yes. Cardboard box. I
No
was just-
bag.
Dude, I was fucked up.
No, but I don't know how long you were on the floor for because then by the time I got back, I had gotten food with
Yeah.
our friend Alicia.
Like, and I'm there, like...
Wait,
Yeah.
we keep interrupting her. What were-
No,
so-
but
because
this is like right after.
right when she's like however long she was in the bathroom. That's like
I
when I'm
move.
doing all the thing with the
Yeah.
other friend, and then I get food with our friend, and I come back and I'm like, oh, she's probably just in.
And my
in
door
bed.
is wide open.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I keep dry heaving.
She
It's
started-
like probably like 5 minutes of me dry heaving, and then Kat's like, "What the fuck?" So
Because
Kat,
I thought she
yeah.
was literally dying. Because usually, like, she is not just dry heaving in bed.
yeah,
Because every time,
Dry heaving, like, at
Like-
what cadence? For the 5 minutes straight, the whole time you're just like,
Like, I would just
or is
hear the
is there,
noises of,
30-second
it's
minute
just
pauses
30-second pauses, I would say.
but like it was like the noise of someone throwing up, but like
and
it's
like
not
cramping
normal.
in your stomach.
Yes.
Too. So
Yes.
uncontrollable like spasms
Yes.
almost.
Yeah. And then I'm supposed to be eating these, like, me and our friend Alicia are like, oh, let's start eating. But then we go to, like, put Shrek on or some shit. And then right when she starts eating, I was like, wait, where's Sonia? And then I hear things and I'm like, there's no fucking way. Is this bitch dying? Because that's my first thought. I'm like, is she in bed just throwing up on herself?
And you're hanging
I
off
run
the
in.
bed, you said.
Yeah.
She was, like, half still on the bed. And there was, like, a little bit of, like, spit up, whatever. And I'm like, oh, my God, this bitch. So I grab a wipe. I start wiping her face. I grab the trash can. I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And then she was, like, fine. She stopped dry heaving. And then you, like, passed out. So I
This
put
was
the
a
blanket over her.
Tuesday.
It was crazy. I put the
It was a
blanket
Did you,
over her.
did you have
Tuesday.
did you have class the next day?
I had class the next day.
She
It
had
was Ash
work.
Wednesday the next day. I had work, and like Thursday I was going on spring break to Italy. Like
So, okay, and then Tuesday Wednesday did you wake up and do all the shit you needed to,
oh
or
my
you couldn't
God.
because you were
No,
sick?
I
So bad.
couldn't. I woke up. Kat got me Alka-Seltzer. I'm like trying to
I
drink
made
it.
her, like, a
Nothing is going
waffle.
down. A waffle that I ate like maybe 4 squares of, like the little tiny squares. It was an Eggo waffle.
I have a picture of you because I'm like, maybe if you shower, you feel better. I have a picture of her looking so damn bad right before she
It was
showers.
really bad. I just couldn't move. I couldn't like do anything. I called out of work. I didn't go to class. Like I didn't get up out of my bed until like I went for Ash Wednesday at like 4 p.m. So it was like 3 p.m. I got up.
Yeah.
So
like-
you were that ill.
Yeah,
from
there
the
was
night
like I was
before.
just sitting, and I thought I needed to throw up more, but I didn't eat anything. So I was just sitting in the bathroom floor, like, wow, this is horrible.
Did you
Like,
drink
I felt
water?
horrible.
You-
I tried, yeah.
and it just would come up.
yeah,
Or-
like it was just so
Jesus.
bad.
Wait, I also have a
Fuck.
picture
yeah, of
of
me
you
like
in the
just,
bed, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
I thought this bitch was dying. I literally
it was
walked
really
into her.
bad.
Throw the picture up.
It was
Throw the picture up.
crazy.
Send me
Really
that
bad.
picture.
And then my friend whose drink it actually was like calling me. He had to drive to Alabama, 17
next
hours
day.
from the middle of
Straight.
Pennsylvania
Yep.
straight to get back home. And he's like, I am so down bad. Like I need to go.
And he was like, what the fuck happened? I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
He like fully didn't remember anything. And he's like, usually he doesn't just black out like that.
Yeah, like he was trying to fight a girl. Like no one does that.
You
know what
guys,
I mean?
you guys actually got like drugged.
Yeah.
Like, that's
No,
crazy.
literally.
And I didn't believe it because then Will, who was like, both of our friends was like, dude, you guys need to get a talk screen. I was like, dude, you're gassing it. Like,
Did you ever?
no.
But then it probably
bet
was,
it definitely
was-
would've came back
But then it was
positive,
so bad
100%.
for
I think so,
you
too.
because you didn't eat anything.
Yeah, I didn't eat anything.
On an
today.
empty stomach. Could you imagine
So it,
though?
like,
Thank
hit.
God that you didn't take
Like,
Yeah.
the
more
whole-
of the
Yeah.
Yo, that would have been so bad.
That would have been like
So
like
bad.
life threatening.
Yeah,
Probably
really
right. I
bad.
don't know if you could OD on Rufalin. Is that the full name?
Rufinol?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I
A
don't know.
roofie. I don't know if you could OD on that. I would assume you can, but that's fucking scary.
It was
literally
so
so
bad.
What piece of shit was the one who? And you
I
said
don't
at the
know.
den, right?
Yeah.
That place is from my limited experience at Penn State, that place is a cesspool. After a certain time, it just gets crazy.
If you've ever been to the let out,
The let out is like when the bars close at like
the bars
2, right?
close and everyone's like
we rally in
this,
the alley.
in this alley. And one of my friends, Robin, who like, she like went to Miami. She was like, bro, it felt like Miami in that alley. I was like, what are you talking
It was
about?
the couple times I've been there. Every time I've seen like in the distance people fighting. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And we
People
lived
have fought
right
in
above
Jefes.
it. Like we would have a clear view of this
Dude,
den
that's
let
wild.
out.
And then it just gets real wild. Who's calling you?
It's D.
You could answer. We got 2 more questions.
Okay.
Because then I know you have to. I'm sorry if I'm keeping
No,
you.
what
long
time
here.
is it?
2:37.
We're fine.
Okay, bet. So that was your worst down bad moment. Do you have one?
Yeah. We did. What year is this? Junior year, the fall semester. We like had a party and it was like bumping. I was drunk. Didn't realize how drunk I was. And then someone was like, "Oh, whatever." I ended up just like greening out / getting crossed like so bad. I had never gotten that in my life. I
Do you remember
basically
this?
like blacked
You remember
out.
this?
Her and Caitlin had to take care of me. Do you not remember?
You don't remember this? So you were fucked up too.
Probably.
I remember literally when I would like be in and out of like falling asleep. I was in the bathroom for like hours. Our friends are so nice because like no, like keep people out from our side. So they're just like
Oh my
standing
God, I do
blocking
remember
our
this.
whole side
Yeah.
of the apartment. And then I was in the bathroom for like hours
Because this
apparently.
doesn't happen to you often.
Never. It like
Yeah.
never is like that.
Yeah, no.
And so I was like, there's something wrong. And then I finally like go They put me in bed. They like changed my clothes, everything. And then at one point I'm like laying on the floor, and I remember they had just like left after sitting with me, and I felt myself like having to throw up, but like nothing. I had gotten everything out, and then I was like, and then I just went like this and turned, and like a little spit up came out.
Ew.
And then I moved to my bed. I didn't fucking realize that, but then apparently like you guys put the trash can that I have that's
Because
like
Kat
at
is
Mike's.
so defiant. So, like, she won't want the help. She, like, tried to shut the
She's-
door
yeah,
on us.
I
she's
locked
so
the door.
I was like,
problematic.
bro, like, what's wrong with you?
She's so problematic.
I'm like, just
she's
go.
a rowdy, like violent drunk for sure.
No,
When she
yeah.
gets like really, really drunk, she gets like stubborn.
I'm never, but it's never like. That was like I was so down by the next morning where I threw up, and I was like, this is horrible.
She fucking. I've seen her get pretty fucked up a couple times. One time she came home and she was like, "I'm gonna call this person and be like, what the fuck?" Like she had beef. I was like, "What's happening here? What the fuck is happening
I
here?"
fully believe it.
Another time she was getting really. I think this was my fault though. I think you had just turned 21, or no 18. No, maybe not
Those
18.
are very different.
That is
Was
very
it my?
When we went
can't-
bar hopping?
No, this was here. We were taking
Oh.
shots of tequila, and she was sitting on this fucking couch, and then randomly she just got super drunk, and then you went upstairs, and mom had to like was helping you. You were
I
just
sent you a
yakking.
video. I was like, I'm gonna pull
Probably.
trig.
Do you remember? You were right
I
here, and
remember.
it was tequila. Like I think it was.
I was like,
Terramana.
I'm gonna pull trig because you know that feeling where it's just like it's just not sitting
just
and there's so much
unsettling.
liquid and you're like,
Yeah.
if I just pull trig, it'll be better.
fucking crazy. So
But-
that's your worst down bad
Yeah.
moment.
And then the other day, I never have thrown up. That was the only time I ever threw up in my whole college experience. The next day,
That wasn't. That's not even in your college experience. You
but
mean
then the other day, Friday, I got
Like,
like
nothing
sick.
ever, like, compared to that.
Like I thought I got roofied because this place that like the bar in town that we went to.
it's so
here,
trashy.
It's like trashy, and there's been so many people that I know that then get sick from it. And
That's
I finally
Demetra-
fell into it.
Demetra's
Dee's gotten it.
sick.
You and Mike have gotten
me,
it.
Mike, and Vishal.
Me and
okay.
Caitlin from here.
Vishal and
that
I,
happened to us.
Vishal and I had more drinks than Vishal that night. Vishal is not like a heavyweight by any means, but he had,
But he's not the lightest weight.
yeah, no, he had like 2 beers and a cranberry vodka.
oh.
And we all had cranberry vodkas. This was the only drink we got at this fucking shit show of a bar. And when we got back, Mike was like, whoa, whoa, I'm getting like dizzy all of a sudden. And I'm like, I was fucked up. Like the fucking, like the way the light was coming down at me, it just felt like I was like, it was too much exposure and like the room is like moving. And I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to like hunker down in
Yeah.
conversation. Like I'm just focused on like, oh yeah, haha, that's funny or whatever. Then I look at Mike. Afterwards, we realized like, where's Vishal? He said he had to go to the bathroom. Like he's like, I'll be right back. He got up like a couple minutes early, and then it
Yeah.
started hitting us. All of a sudden, we're like, we listen, and in this bathroom, he's just yakking
Oof.
Oh, my God.
like uncontrollably.
No, that's so
He comes out and
crazy.
like, dude, I feel like I don't feel well. Like I feel sick, and he's like, dude, he's like, I can't
I
talk.
wonder what is happening
My
in that
mom-
place.
my
It's such
mom
a
thinks
dirty
Is
it's
it
show.
the
every
ice machine.
time you've gone?
No.
Very,
this is the
very
first time
often
it ever
though.
happened
I was
to
about
me.
to
No,
say.
very
Yeah.
often that a
But
lot
like
of
for
people.
me, it was the first time it happened to
There's
me.
Wait,
gotta
no.
be
She
something.
doesn't. We don't go to. You don't go that often to this.
But,
place.
like,
No,
is it,
no.
like, every time? Like, this is, like, was this your first time there? and
It was my
drinking
first
there?
time like drinking more than just a few drinks.
It was my first time drinking there when this
But then
happened
have
to
you
me.
gone again after that?
No.
Like
See,
when I
like,
went with
is
D
it
though.
an every time thing?
It's
know, but
very
when I
often.
went with D,
like
it
I've heard
happened to
multiple
D.
stories about
It's
like
crazy.
people getting not
My mom
like,
thinks
very
there's something like with
violently
the ice,
drunk.
like that the
There's
ice
gotta be
machine
something
might be.
about it.
No, it's so
somewhere.
gross, bro.
Right?
I don't know if
Ugh.
they use like cheap ass. It's probably a combination of like cheap ass alcohol,
And they
not
don't, like,
really
dirt.
sanitary
Yeah,
things.
They don't
exactly.
clean their
grime.
ice
Yeah, no,
machine.
fuck that. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So that was your worst down bad moment. The second to last question here is, what is the biggest lesson you've learned from college? Life lesson, just anything. What has college taught you besides like obviously your majors? And
Off the
formal
dome,
education?
the first thing that came into my head was just like, it's not that deep. In regards to education wise and like feeling the need to have to plan out like everything, like a crazy amount. Like, it's okay to have those times of uncertainty where you're just like, I don't really know like where to go from here, because it always just works out in the end. Like that was my thing, that I was always just like stressed because I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I just need to figure this out, which I then did. But like, it's okay to not fully have every single thing planned out.
to the every last
Yeah,
detail.
no, that makes sense.
What about you?
So, I mean, like, I think the whole 4 years I was there, I've learned something with obviously like within myself, within the world. And like that though like comes from like me meeting new people, right? But I think what college, like that experience has taught me was just like how I feel like a lot of people still live in this little bubble of their own world. You know what I mean? Because I think I was like that in high school. Like I didn't realize how much of how much there's just so many problems and people don't see it. Because to me it wasn't there in high school. Like with the race, with like, you know, like economic status and shit. Like to me like those were just such like whatever things to me, like they weren't a big deal. But like I think the whole race thing was like how much of like as much as we are like discriminated as like not being white, there's somehow like advantages to it in a way. And like how like that one thing brings so much people together and how important it is. That's
It's a
I
sense
think,
of community.
yeah, like
really
that's I
was.
think the biggest thing I learned from college.
So it's like the culture shock of going to primarily white
Yeah.
institution kind of showed you the value of like community and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But even though we did go to a PWI, like we really found like our own group of people.
Yeah.
Like it was honestly great. Like I feel like we genuinely did find people that made the experience that much better.
Yeah,
made us love it.
I was gonna say like you guys have, this isn't the first time that you guys have like talked about your experiences and how Penn State. I mean, it makes sense that Penn State is a like mostly white, but I was gonna say you guys did cultivate that friend group, not by purpose. There's white people in your friend group too. It's not like you
we
discriminate.
do have a
against
few,
them.
but then like
But they're kind of like,
I went from having like
they got flavors.
they do. I went from just having like mainly white friends in high school, like basically only white friends and then like some Asian friends, to then like I know so many different people from around the world. And the way that we met some of these people is so by chance. It's crazy.
The thing is, though, I also don't think Penn State being a predominantly white institution made it bad for us.
No.
Because, like,
'Cause we found our people.
my major is fully white, you know, but I made some pretty good friends in my major. Like,
Me
I
too.
love them. I didn't think it really, like, stopped us from a lot of things.
No, we didn't let it stop
No, we
us.
didn't let it stop us. And then, like, also, like, if you're too into the POC community, there's a lot of, like,
it's like crazy
shit in there, you know?
Got you. But I was gonna say that you guys kind of made it seem like it's not as white as it actually is. Because the
Yeah.
couple times I visited you, I'm like, what do you guys would mention like, oh yeah, like PWI.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really see that because all the
Because
fucking
the people we brought around.
Yeah, and even like tailgates. I guess it's like tailgates are set. Like, okay, I did see it when we went tailgating this last time for blue and white, because you brought me to your section and it was like all of the POC kind of congregated to like one area of tailgate, and it's like a big area, not like a couple tents. It's like a parking lot, like this specific parking lot ranges, and then I had to walk back to your place. I don't know if you remember this. I was fucked up. I had to walk back to your place.
You biked.
You were alone, right?
Yeah. But before I started biking, I had to walk through all those parking lots, and then I realized I was at a point where I'm like, okay, wait, hold up. There's no Bad Bunny playing. There's no like Brent Fayez or whatever. It's like country right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Morgan
hearing like
Wallen.
Luke Combs, and then I look around. There's like cornhole, people wearing cowboy hats, like the full shift, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, this is like a mostly white school.
Yeah. Like,
Like,
you-
it was-
crazy.
I forget about it sometimes, too.
I really do. Yeah.
yeah.
It was wild. So you guys did it's funny how my perception of the reality that you guys experience is vastly different, just because you guys kind of cultivated this little like bubble, not bubble, but like environment of
literal, like,
diversity.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And then now that you guys graduated, so it's not that deep, and then you didn't realize, what was the lesson in that though? Like
I think it just opened my eyes more, to be honest.
got you.
Made me stop, like, I don't know. I don't know how to word it, but that's just, like, the best way I could.
There was a
Place
lot
it
of
as.
just like
I guess it's, like, a big realization. Other
It
than,
kind
like,
of
a
just opened your
lesson
eyes
learned.
into like how
Yeah.
life, like different perspective lens on life. That's it.
Yeah, with, like, everybody, too. Like, my friends and all that.
Got you. And then how do you feel like now that you've well, actually this is going to be interesting because you just graduated. You graduated a couple
you've
months
been in
ago.
the world.
Yeah. So what's like, how does it feel? Cuz your perspective's a little interesting cuz you graduated a semester early from her.
Yeah.
And then you went back with me. We went back to
Yeah.
awesome friend, by the way, to see your friends like graduate. And this was so adorable. She started crying when you guys were like packing your shit. Like you guys are over here just packing. You already moved out because like you graduated
Yeah.
last semester. Meanwhile, like while they're packing, you're like, this is the last time. Like you were like getting like worked up, which was always like that's so funny. So what's your perspective on like how do you feel now that you graduated? Like the big thing, college, it's over. Now you're in like just life.
That's so crazy. Well, no, she's going back to school. And, like,
Yeah, but it's not like the college life.
Yeah, it's not
true.
the college
It's just-
lifestyle.
I think it's a little sad because, like, I'll never experience something like that ever again. I will never be in in a like 2-mile radius from all of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
There are like 7 walkable bars. I literally live alone with my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just such a different experience. Like, yeah, you can have your own undergrad college experiences, but like if you didn't go to like a college town like Penn State or like even Ohio State and stuff like that, like you won't get it. Like
It's crazy.
because you're away from everything else, so all you have is each other in that small little town.
Like in
That's
the
like a
middle,
2-mile
in
radius,
the middle of
nowhere.
Pennsylvania, literally.
Like it was just a big shock. Like as like corny as it sounds, like I feel like I'll never able to like feel like I rule this place again. You know, like I'm like top dog here.
That's not true. You
I don't know. You think I can think about that with the world?
It depends. It's more like
Like we live next to New York City, bro. I will never feel like I'm like on top
We
of the
are.
world in New York City.
you can though.
You
if
can, yeah. Don't get me wrong, you can.
Yeah. Like you just kind of it's kind of like when you know like the spots.
Yeah,
That's like when
exactly.
you start feeling.
But like it won't be so convenient. You
Yeah,
gotta
of
like think
course.
about it all, plan it all, spend so much money, bro. The drinks at Penn State,
That was wild.
$2 for
I'm
this
sorry.
big ass Long Island iced tea.
That was
Sign me
wild.
the fuck up.
I've
$5 for
I've
a
never-
pitcher of alcohol.
I have never felt like a fucking like I've never felt like more of an adult in my life. That when I went back, because obviously I've been graduated for I think 3 years now, and
you think?
no 3 years, yeah, right, yeah, 2020, 2023,
Yeah.
3 years I've been graduated, and I've been like working almost. I got like my first real job in like business and like corporate world a couple months after. It wasn't right away because like
Yeah.
COVID just made the hiring shit like difficult. So, and I lived at home, so I was like saving up. And then when you have like not corporate money, but like an adult job money, like full-time working, there's no students, no part-time job, just full-time working. And I went back to Penn State to visit you, and I'm expecting like to order a drink $8-10. They're like, all right, that's like $2.50, $3.
It'd be like $8-10 for
I'm
like 4
like,
drinks.
what? I was like $3 for these fucking drinks. I'm like, all right, let me get a round. It's
Yeah.
literally like 4 for the price of 1 of
It's
what I
so
was like used to.
crazy.
And now
It's
that I
really
live in
crazy.
Brooklyn too, it's stupid expensive in
Because
Brooklyn.
I don't make adult money yet, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still going to grad school, but like that's crazy. I can't wait for
She
that.
dead ass going to
It's
grad school.
crazy. Like now you're about to see this too. Like when all you do is work, because it's an hourly thing. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's just more about like numbers.
Yeah.
Because like when you're going to school, you don't have time to work a part-time job that much. And now that you graduated, obviously with your college degree, your value as like a worker goes up. So you could get higher paying jobs, but then it's like that's just all you do.
Yeah.
Just kind of depressing.
That's so sad.
But I mean, like, you make the best of it.
Yeah, you got to make the best out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's life, bro.
When else are we just gonna randomly be drinking? Like it's normal.
At a 2 p.m.
Like it's not. It's
At 2
abnormal
p.m.
if you're not drinking.
Nah, honestly though, it shifts. You'd be at least in
It
like
already
the business
shifted for
world,
me.
but no, like in the business world, like people just be low key. Like let's go get lunch, and I'm thinking they're talking business. They ain't talking business. They're just at a happy hour somewhere getting plastered.
That
I
is
love
so
that.
funny.
It's
I can't
hilarious.
wait till happy hours. I think that's gonna be so.
Happy
fun.
hours are the shit.
I love
Yeah,
happy
They're
hours.
It's gonna be
sneaky.
so fun because it's like during the day drinking.
Yeah, they're sneaky. If you don't manage that shit correctly, you're just gonna find yourself like one time at like my first job, they invited us out to like lunch, like an early lunch, like 2-3, and they were like, oh, let's get sangrias or whatever, and I drank like 2-3 sangrias, and I get back and I didn't realize like I still have like the end of the day work
Like
to
the
do,
rest of your job.
and I'm over here like in the office and I'm like, whoa, like I'm drunk.
So you've
And-
done
That
work.
is so
yeah,
funny.
but like they offered. It's not because I was just like, yo, let me just drink by
Yeah.
myself. They offered, and I just found myself like typing, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I'm fucked up right now. It was crazy. So
Another lesson though from Penn State is learning how to drink.
Yeah, yeah. My
just
tolerance
Easy
was
peasy.
skyrocketed,
This
it's
liver,
crazy. It's not the
steel.
same like it used to be.
bro.
Oh my god.
On her graduation party like 2 weeks ago, I saved your ass from that fucking cup.
Yo, but I didn't ask you to.
You
Right?
randomly came up to you like, I just threw up.
Yeah, I did. That.
Wait, what? You did? Where?
It was in that bathroom right there.
And when? It was in the bathroom right there. Wait, when? Wait, when though?
I don't know, like at the end of the night.
At the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't like in the middle. Bro, it was so funny. Because obviously Mike targeted my ass.
That's
With
why I was
slap
telling
cup.
you not to
Slap
go
cup.
next to him.
No, I didn't get that warning. I was like, it'll be fine.
It
I
was
thought he would give me a
Mike
break,
and
but
you
no,
were
they kept.
sandwiched between me and Mike.
No, P and Mike. Penelope.
Oh yeah.
It was Penelope
So
and
who,
Mike.
wait, so who did I sandwich that I kept passing it back because I got on the first shot?
I don't know.
I don't know, but the people who were the most violent
that
in
was
that game was Penelope and Mike.
Bro, and I didn't stop. All I was drinking. All of a sudden, it was the last cup, and I was like, "No way!"
Like
There
you
was,
literally,
like, I
you
can't
literally
believe- We
got
need to
like
put this
screwed
video
over
up.
7 fucking
like,
times in a row.
I didn't realize how much I was just and then Mike was like, "I'm holding it." Mike's like, "Don't drink that. You were the only one drinking that game."
There was, like, foam.
You're okay.
It was
like,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
because we
took a
mixed
sip.
eggnog seltzer with like normal seltzer and beer.
I have a video.
So the like the fucking coagulants or not.
It's just all on top.
Yeah,
It
like
was
the
so bad.
curled
Fucking
milk,
disgusting.
whatever dairy was in that eggnog drink, which
need
I don't
a-
know who the fuck brought eggnog.
Yeah,
No.
who does that?
I don't know what
it was
the mixture
summer, bro.
happened.
It ain't
but
Christmas time. Why are
No,
we drinking
Dad,
eggnog
We
in
need
a
to
fucking?
put the video up because you'll
No,
see.
like-
Put the video
I
up.
put it. I was like holding it. Oh my god! I took a sip because I was like, I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna take that. And I'm like,
said,
I took
"I
a
went to
sip,
Penn State."
and then Mike was like, yeah, no. And I was like, okay. So I put it down, and then all of a sudden I turn around and this bitch is chugging that shit.
Down.
No, you didn't put it down. I took it out of your hand.
yeah, because-
you were
no,
sipping on
'cause
it,
you
and I was
were
like,
like-
"I got you, son. I'll save you."
because she was like, oh no, like Mike's like, oh it's fine. I go, no, drink it, and you're
And I
like,
just took a sip. I was never planning on drinking that whole thing.
Bro,
She
I
did
didn't know that. I thought you were going to, and I didn't want you to get like sick or whatever. So I came in and I was like,
Yeah.
"I got you. I'll
Brandon
just drink it."
was
'cause-
my hero.
bro.
He chugged
No, but
that
you
shit.
wrongfully got
Yeah, I did.
screwed over.
I did.
Because
was
Mike
rightfully
would
so.
get it in the first try, slap your shit,
Yeah.
pass it off to Peep. He would
He
get
would
it first try, send it
pass
back
it
to
to
Mike,
Mike.
and you were
It
just
was
like, this,
good.
Every time I
like, just
couldn't
keep-
even bounce the
It was
ping
so
pong
It was
ball back
crazy.
in.
It was crazy.
He would just slap. I'm
You
like,
gotta play dirty, bro. You gotta like shift his cup, buy
You
yourself
gotta, like,
time, do
stand
it,
in
and then
front of
oh,
his
you see,
cup.
I didn't. All I was thinking was drink, and get this in.
that's all you could do.
That's
so
all I could do.
It was fucking crazy. Some people in that game were pissing me off though, because then like it would make it down. One person who I won't mention in particular,
I think I already know.
she got the fucking cup and she had to drink a couple times, and like instead of actually drinking it, she'd be
She'd
like,
dump it.
and then like half of it.
Suddenly,
just
I'd
out.
see the grass
Really?
getting watered.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
why
I'm
you
like,
watering the grass?
hold up, you gotta drink that, bro. Like, what you
Yeah,
doing over
what?
there?
Like we're playing this game. I didn't know who you guys were talking about.
We'll
You'll
say
tell me
off
later,
camera.
yeah.
We'll say off camera when we stop recording. So
Off
now,
the record.
So now, yeah, but it gets replaced. There's still fun times to come, like partying shit.
Yeah, I believe it. I like, cause I can't live like that ever again.
It's intense. I don't honestly like the last couple times I went. I've only been to Penn State 3 times. The last 2 times, which were like real visits, I felt like shit from the second
Can't
day.
handle
Dude, it was like 2 weeks apart too.
It was.
Oh wait, no, I've been to Penn State 4 times.
Yeah,
But like
sorry.
that time,
Rewind,
like
yeah.
it was 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, that was a lot.
But every
was
single
a
time
lot.
people have visited, without fail, they're
Yeah.
just like,
Even my
we can't do
friends,
this. They're like,
yeah.
how do you do this? And I'm like, girl,
They end up sick.
they're literally sick.
No, but the thing is like, I don't know about you. You kind of cheat. Like you do, at least when I'm there, she'll be drinking and then like she'll act like she'll the first couple drinks she's like and then once it gets to like the third, fourth where like I'm feeling tipsy, you'll drink like a quarter and then you'll be like drink and then give it off to me.
Because you should be drinking a little bit more than me.
Yeah.
to
A
be at
little
the same
bit,
level.
a little bit, but
In
not
Kat's
that
head,
much.
She's doing you a favor.
I
She's
am,
being nice to
because
you.
I'm like, you need to
That's
get on
what
my
it is.
level.
She's
She's
like,
giving me-
I'm getting drunk, so that means I want you
You
more
to get
drunk.
No, but
In the
in
nicest
her
way,
head,
but
she's
no.
giving me like 30%
No.
more of the bevs. She's giving me like 200%. Like I'm drinking double, and then
Yeah.
I'm fucked
No,
up by
that
the end of
makes
the night.
sense. Yeah, then Brandon got kicked out. You know that story.
That's hilarious.
Why you gotta every time mention this, bro?
He also
I
threw
did
up
it.
and watered some plants.
Wait,
with his
were you
vomit.
there? Were you there?
Yes.
Tell your perspective of that, and this is how we'll end it off. Because I don't remember you.
Okay,
being
but
there.
I've been graduating.
You know
and
what?
it's
I
been
wasn't
good.
near you, but I saw all the events happen.
Please, okay, hold on.
'Cause
Let
I was
her
like-
tell her perspective. I need to go ahead.
So Brandon and Mike come up, and like they're like, me and Brandon weren't super close yet. Brandon thought I hated him. That was never.
Still low.
He thinks you and Caitlin would like hate him, and I'm like, no, but they just don't. They aren't used to. You're just.
I'm a sensitive lad, first of
He's
all.
just very loud. Everyone in my family
No,
is very
but that's
loud.
not
It's a
even
lot.
what. That's not even
But
like.
it's also just,
that was
like,
never a thought in
intimidating.
my
I don't know.
head. No, it wasn't. I don't think I was intimidated. I was also like, these are Kat's like guests. Like I want them to enjoy this time with Kat. So then
Clink. You guys should just chug.
when I would see someone I knew, I would go away a little bit, say hi, and then get Kat because I didn't want to like steal her away from you guys, like, you know. So then I'm talking. So first of all, we got to this bar that has a flight of stairs, and we're already kind of like, you know, feeling it. We're having a good time, and then all I see is like, bro, by the way, before we went out, you and Mike finished that Jameson bottle.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We were playing a song lyric
Like, we were
game.
playing a song lyric
That
game.
probably wasn't. That might be
And
tonight.
I was
low-key.
beating them, so they kept drinking.
What? We ate you up.
Not. We
I'm
won.
good at that game.
We won.
Do you want to hold up? Hold up. No, see,
tied.
you just triggered me. No, see, you just triggered me. Fuck the. We're hanging out tonight because we're gonna have an
Oh
intermission,
my
and we're playing
God.
this game again. We won
Oh
that
my
game.
God.
We tied, and then we
We
didn't
did not
get
tie.
the last. We didn't get
did
the
not fucking
yes,
tie.
we literally
Hold
did.
up, nah. See, because I take my game.
No, because they
seriously.
were winning, and then we started winning.
No.
I was cooking you guys.
She was
You
eating
got
it
like
up.
2 songs.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Kat doesn't help with those
This-
songs.
I helped a little. I did a good
This is
amount.
fucking. This is blasphemy. This is slander,
my
and this is
God.
not accurate representation of what happened.
We will
We
pick
won
up.
that shit by like 4 or 5.
No,
it was
you
not even
literally
close.
didn't.
I don't recall. I'm not even gonna participate.
I'll
in
let you
this.
think.
No. You started it, and tonight you're coming back, and we're running it back.
I won.
It's Memorial Day. Fuck it, we're celebrating this shit.
Anyway,
I think you might want to get down. Come here, baby.
He could literally jump. I've seen him jump. He's loafing. He doesn't want to get
So
down.
yeah, Brandon's already drunk at this point, and we're at this bar where everything's in pictures.
Yes.
So
For, like,
Kat's like,
$6.
take a picture. So I think Brandon has drank like 2 pictures and is holding one as we're going onto this small ass dance floor. And I see our friends, and I'm like, oh my god, whatever. I'm like saying hi to him. Then I grab Kat because she's like at arm's length at this point, and they're talking. And then I turn her. Well, actually no. Before this, I saw all of a sudden chanting from Kat, and I look over, and Brandon is on one knee chugging this shit, glugging. Like, I was like, oh my god, okay. You know what? I was like, that's Kat's brother. He can do that shit. He can handle that shit. And you know, in my head, I'm like, we're college kids having a good time. Well, he graduated, but anyway. So then, whatever. Like, Kat's like talking to our friend, and then all of a sudden, like, I see Brandon from like across, like at the bar. And he's just like standing there, and then all of a sudden Mike's like, yo, Brandon's getting kicked out. And we were like, what?
I was like, he's not even that drunk.
Yes, and then Kat's like, I'm gonna go. And then I was like, okay, yeah, like you should. So then I'm like, well, I mean, so then I go to Kayla and I was like, well, Brandon just got kicked out. Like, we should leave, right? And then he was like, yeah, let's go. And I was like, you're right. So we go down, and all I see is Brandon like against this black railing.
They left before
the
me
alley.
and Mike because we had to finish our pictures.
No, you definitely were out there before we were, for a fact. But you were with somebody.
out?
I don't know
It
who
was
was with
Matt,
you.
and
I think it
where
was
was
Matt.
Matt?
Matt is
Wait,
the
Matt
last.
was with me.
Matt is
Alicia?
the last person you want to know, because Alicia wasn't 21. Alicia
Hold
wasn't
up.
there.
Hold up. Matt was with me.
Matt is the worst person you want to be with alone. As you know, he left me roofied.
Roofied left her
Anyway.
dry heaving in the toilet.
But like he was like, Sonia, Brandon's over there, and I'm like, okay. And then you run over, and I'm like walking back and
I
forth.
fought-
'cause
I tried
I'm,
to
like,
fight the bouncer.
drunk. Yeah, like shit was happening, and then like
Wait, are you talking about in the fucking bar, or
No,
are you
no,
talking
this
about
was
outside?
outside. This
yeah,
was
yeah.
right
You just said you
outside.
tried to fight about
that was
before.
when he was getting kicked out. I was like, why the fuck you can, it's not even
Do
that
you know what
fucking
happened?
drunk.
Did I ever tell you like what happened though?
Bro,
Did
it's on a
you?
different episode of the podcast.
No.
No, but-
I'm not talking
no,
about them. I'm
I
talking about
think you
her.
did.
Like what? It
He'd
was
like
just,
put his head down.
Yeah.
and they were just thinking I was dizzy. But when you
Yeah.
saw me, so you saw me throw. When Matt goes, he's over there.
Yeah.
That was by the black railing.
Yes.
Where I was throwing
outside.
over.
Yes, you were throwing over it.
That was not the first time I threw up that
He
night.
went into the alley.
Oh my God,
You know
you're
that-
right.
you know that
mini-
little
yeah.
mini alley?
Yes, in
You know
between
that-
canes.
I don't
Yeah.
No,
remember.
no, where they piss, where it's right behind
It's
where the
like a
bouncer stands.
small. Yeah, it's like a small
Oh.
little
It's
alley.
it's
Like,
literally like this wide.
Matt
yeah.
did tell me that.
No, I didn't throw up there. I tried to throw up there, and there was two dudes pissing. And I'm like, what are they crossing streams? I'm like, that's so weird. And then I found the back of, I think, like, is there a place called like Jackson?
Yeah,
or-
Jack's.
Jack's. It was. I think it's the
Jack's.
back of it. It's a back of some fucking restaurant or something. Like there's dumpsters, like those big green dumpsters and just
Yeah.
trash bags. There was a fence or like a little gate for like a car, like to just to prevent like cars. But I guess it does the same shit with people. But it was like you could just easily hop it. I like hopped it because I was like, I don't know where to throw up, and I don't want to throw up on the street. And I
The
saw
gate
these,
you were hanging off of that I have a picture
yeah,
of.
and I saw these
the other
dumpsters.
side.
So funny.
I'll throw up the picture, but I saw these dumpsters and I just went up and I didn't even have to pull trigger. It just came out. I felt so shit. And then as I'm like, I just went like this, like went like that. I'm like, this
Ew.
is gross. So I started walking back, and then at that point, that's where you saw
Yeah,
me.
that's
I got
when
sick
I
again.
turned around and I was like, what is going on over here?
I
Yeah.
walked out when he was just threw up over the fence onto the flowers.
Yeah,
I-
see, you went after I did.
I felt really bad afterwards because I was like, damn, I made a fool of myself. At least I didn't throw up in your place though. And then, don't drink
who
that.
cares if
That's
you
coffee,
did?
bro. And then, yeah. And then after that, when we got home, I actually think the last 2 trips, the first trip was like fun because it was the first time that we experienced all that. And I went that hard because I guess I never got the college experience. So I was
Yeah.
like I overcompensated.
Yeah, I get
went
that.
way too hard, like leaned into it. And then the last 2, when Mike and I went up again, and then for your graduation thing, those were all like really fun times.
No, they were so fun.
It's always a fun time.
And Champs is so underrated. The first,
Yeah.
you guys were right because remember the first
Became
trip
champs
we went.
girlies.
Remember the first trip we went? We only went to Champs. We were all
We
hungover
ate
and tired.
upstairs.
All we did was just eat.
Yeah.
Because it was after, what was it? It was
was
after we
after-
were in
It
the rain
wasn't the
tailgating.
rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was raining. So I always thought because
so
of that
shit.
experience that I was like, oh, Champs is like a shit bar because like we. But then when you guys brought us back,
Yeah.
that was fucking.
It was just
sick.
so fun.
It's just good vibes.
I
down
got
there.
50-something visits at Champs.
Wait, how do you know that?
'Cause
There's
it
a number
shows.
every time you scan
And
your
if you
ID.
go to 100 visits within a semester, you get a shirt that says, I came to Champs 100 times.
How many days are in a semester? There's like 3 months.
It's 15 weeks.
Yeah.
15 times 7 is what? 730.
What?
Wait, you're saying, wait, what did you just say?
5,
15
3,
weeks? 15 times 7.
105.
70.
Isn't it 105?
Yeah, 105. So you have to go. That's impossible. No way. You have to go every single day.
You can only miss
Yeah,
like 5
exactly.
days. Exactly. It's crazy.
That's why people.
And people do
end up
that?
Doing it.
People have done it.
Yes, one of our friends.
But
did
all
it.
you have to do is just pay to get in.
No,
and
you just
scan
like,
your ID?
You just scan your ID and then
Even if you're
sometimes
going
there's
just to
covers
eat, you know.
Yeah,
You
it
still
counts.
scan.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I know.
Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Of course, this is so fun.
First of many times. We're gonna you gotta come visit in Brooklyn. We gotta shoot the episode again.
Wait, I
hopefully by
never
then
said
I'll
how I felt being graduated.
Oh, shit.
Thanks, guys.
Go ahead, run it back.
I don't know. I do have a job lined up, and I already am like, damn, I miss school. Like, I don't think it's settled in that I'm not going back after the summer.
Yeah.
Fully, because you're like, obviously, you're just so used to it for the past 4 years. We've been doing that.
Oh,
where you disappear
true.
for 6 months, and then you come back for the summer, and then you go back again. But I don't know. We'll see how it is. I remember when you were graduating, we were talking about how much you become your own person.
Yeah.
And you really become yourself when you're not within that bubble that you were talking about. And like,
Yeah.
there's not already all these people around you that know you and have certain expectations and views of you. Mm-hmm. So then you really
You can, like start all over again. Just
you
like
like
you
really
did going
settle
into-
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really become your own person. And I
Come
think,
out of your shell.
yeah, there's like, I don't know if I was shy per se in high school. I definitely wasn't.
Bro,
but I definitely
you
wasn't
were
like I am
not-
now.
Yeah, me too. I was so much more anxious in high school. Like you would not recognize me in high school. I would not talk this much. I promise.
I remember one of the times when the first practice you came to without Emily that you were like, oh, like I might not come again. I was like, oh, where's your
Yeah.
friend? She's like, oh, she's not doing it. Like, I don't know if I will. And I'm like, you should really stay.
Yeah.
I was like, just fucking stay.
It's a newfound confidence from
It
like
is.
kind of
No, for
Yeah.
a fact.
And
I
you're-
like fell in love with myself. in
Yeah.
college.
And then you like
That's dope.
learn
That's a good way to put
everything.
it.
Yeah.
You like fall in love with yourself again.
I really did.
Did we
though.
really know ourselves though before
no,
going to
I
college?
feel
I don't think
I feel
so.
like when you're in high school because you're surrounded by all these people that you
There's
knew from like
so many
elementary
like
school, middle
stereotypes and shit.
stereotypes,
like,
and you
stick-
feel
or,
like
like, you
you're
know?
there's like a mold that you just have to
Yeah.
like a role you have
Like
to
they've
play.
known you your whole life, so you gotta.
You just
keep
fall into
with,
it.
Like,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
keep
yeah.
with what
Like
they're
you can't be
thinking of
different.
you.
You're
Yeah.
in elementary school. You
You
were the
can't
quiet
change.
kid. You
Yeah.
can't all of a sudden be funny.
Exactly.
Like you can't be like
yeah.
outspoken or whatever. It's interesting. It's definitely weird. But that's dope that like you guys kind of became your full selves, and then like
So coming back home, we'll see
Yeah.
how it is.
now it's like, but it's I think it doesn't change much. It's just like you add like little layers on top of
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever that cake you're building.
And
or
I'm,
whatever.
it's like
Yeah,
making sure
yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
fall back into like
Yeah. That was like one of my hardest things.
What was your hardest?
I
thing?
was
What?
scared that like I would fall back into old habits.
Yeah.
Being back at home and like
and like feeling like you
being
have to be a
back with
certain
like
way.
all my friends from high school, you know? But it didn't.
Yeah, you know why though? It's cool because they also went away. They also
A lot of my friends didn't though. That's my thing.
you
A
mean
lot of their
go
friends
to-
were like your friends, where they like
like they
commuted.
stayed.
No, I mean like go to college and meet new people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like not the same than I
It
did.
never. I don't think.
Like
it,
I have a whole. I
That's
feel
true.
like I have a different life. You know, like
That's
I
true.
lived such a different life. Like
That's
I
true.
have two
So
lives.
crazy.
I mean, but
I still think it happens a little bit because I was like I commuted, most of my
Yeah.
friends commuted too. I think it's like a good amount of it definitely happens if you just meet new people, but I could definitely see how it's way more transformative to like you
Live
lived there.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a cool experience. Looking back on it, I feel like Penn State would have been like I love Penn State. Like I
Yo,
always
he
say
reps Penn State and like has
harder
so
than
much pride,
harder
yeah.
than like where I graduated from.
Yeah.
My
Like, I
family's so
fucking
we
love
are.
Penn State.
It's crazy.
My family
Your
is
family's
too.
hello.
Hello.
Do you think
Your brothers have little
think,
shorts
Yeah,
to
I was gonna
Penn
say, do you
State.
think your siblings would go to Penn State?
I know Ponce has been talking about it. He was
Really?
like, yeah, I would go to Penn State.
How old is he?
He's 10.
That's so
10
crazy.
years old
Look at that
already.
effect.
Already repping
like,
the gang, bro.
My coworkers who are seniors in high school, they're like, you make me want to go Penn State because of how much like you show you love it. And I'm like, bro.
Penn State's a whole
Every
vibe.
every
Yeah.
single one of my friends is always like, it's such a cult, and I'm like, you
Yeah,
could
but,
see
like,
why though. Like,
yeah, like don't get me wrong, being part of a cult is bad, but like I'm not.
yeah,
mad.
it's not a cult,
I'm
but
not
it's like
mad about it.
we just have so much like we bleed blue.
Yeah.
Like
there's
we
like
literally.
if you play that
We are Penn State.
Like,
See, even Brandon knows it.
he knows.
Like,
Bro, even that game that was shit because we were raining, there was like little things. So we went to
They really just-
the only tailgates that we've been to, me and Mike, it was raining. But the second one wasn't as bad as the first.
Yeah.
The first one was like
Yeah.
a fucking monsoon.
It was crazy.
And it was the fall, so it was cold.
yeah.
Dude, we had to
Miserable.
We bought hoodies, they got soaked, and we had to take trash bags.
trash bags, as
Literal
ponchos.
stadium fucking big ass thick
shit.
like plastic trash bags, and
was
we had to
horrible.
like
It was
poke
crazy.
holes
Yeah.
and put them
That
on.
was
All
And yet
of us.
we were still out there.
I was like, I remember I was the first one like in our seats, and because I was like holding them because we couldn't get in. I don't know, like it was
Oh,
difficult
the
for all
ticket,
of us
yeah,
to
the
get in.
ticket situation.
So I'm like standing there, I'm sitting there, and then Mike comes back with Caitlin, and Caitlin tells me later, Caitlin was like, Mike was like so worried about you because you were just standing, because you were sitting
were
there
so-
like
No, yeah.
shivering. Like
that's
it was
not
really
good.
bad.
Yeah, that's so fucking scary. And then there were, but you know what's crazy to me? We're over there like I felt like I was in like Bear Grylls, like The Elements or some shit. And I looked down like a couple rows, and there's like these jackasses like in like their underwear or like with
No,
shorts.
yeah.
No
People
pants,
were
no
also falling.
shirtless and like shoeless. I'm like shoeless. Why do you have to go shoeless? That's just an
They
extra
said if
level
my
of
shoes
gross.
are gonna be
I don't
soaked, I'm just gonna
know.
take them
Bro,
off.
it was crazy. I saw like some bitch walking home without like one white van on, muddied as fuck.
Oh, God.
She's wearing like all white. Her other foot, no sock, no shoe, and bleeding. Like she cut like
Oh
the
my
back
God,
of her
I
ankle.
think I remember.
Talking about that,
and then
yeah.
she was wearing
Gross,
white
bro.
pants, and
Yeah.
she looked like she had fallen in mud, but then the pants were see-through because they
Yeah,
were
no, it
weighing
was
out.
gross. So you just saw like saggy ass cheeks, mudslide marks, and fucking blood on her foot.
No,
It
She
that
was
is
having
wild.
a day.
That was wild. Yeah, people
who
be
go to
doing
Penn State
that.
are a different breed. Bro.
Motherfucking we are, bro.
Literally,
We are
we
savages
are.
is the last part of that sentence that no one wants to say. Yeah, so is any closing remarks? You have to come back on the show.
No, I
Obviously
will.
you
I
will be,
definitely will.
but you got to come back. If you had fun. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. I love talking.
This has to
To
we're
people.
going to get you your own.
And drudging up like all the memories, not drudging up, but like
Because
re-talking
we have
about them
so
is
much to talk
crazy.
about.
Yeah, because I don't think
And we
You
don't
don't
even have to
realize.
just talk about Penn State. There's so much like.
Yeah, no,
shit
of
to
course.
talk
I
about.
still I think there's a really interesting episode for sure where we could do a deeper dive on like your experience coming from the Philippines.
Oh yeah, that's
getting
true.
your citizenship.
Yeah,
That's
that's
like
a
a
whole different
whole-
story. Were you there for that?
I remember you mentioning it.
I was
mentioning it
living
that-
here.
Yeah.
She was here. You were here, no? Were you gone?
No, where would I
Where
be
were
going
you?
to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Where would you go? But we weren't that close yet.
Yeah. I really kind of like I always knew I could get along with you, but I didn't want to be like the because it's weird. Like when you have a younger sibling, it's cool if like it's easier for the younger sibling to be adopted into the older sibling's friend
That
group.
makes sense.
Really?
Yes, because it's like older, and then where they're like, "Yo, come hang out with us." You're like the younger. Oh, okay, yeah, like I'll go.
Okay, well, growing up,
Versus,
you
like-
weren't like that. You were like, ew, get
Yeah,
away.
growing up, like, she means,
That's
like, when you're
different,
12,
though.
13.
Yeah.
That's different, because she was a little fucking brat. But, I mean, when you're older, right? When you're the older sibling, and you're like, hey, guys, like, can I hang out with you guys? And I'm over there, like, walking with, like, my fucking cane. Like, I felt, like, out of place. So I didn't want to be, like, overbearing and be like, yo, like, let's hang out. But then on the drive to go to your graduation, we'd already, like, had
were, like,
conversations
okay,
before.
yeah.
Yeah. But then that 3-hour drive there, you just talk about some shit.
Yeah.
And then when we were there, Mike wasn't there,
I
so
always
there was
knew you
no
guys
other.
were
Like,
getting
it was
along.
just like,
Like, I always, in my mind, I'm like, these people, I always just say to them, like, you guys are just love. Like,
Yeah, like,
everyone
we would
just
get
gets along.
along.
It's good.
Yeah.
The vibes are
yeah.
always there.
The friend group you've curated, like, your whole friend group is, like, very nice. And very welcoming,
The
too.
vibes. you just gotta have the vibes.
No, very much so.
The energy. You just gotta be, there, right there. With
It's
each other.
nice, yeah, for sure. Penn State, wonderful time. Thank you guys for coming on. This has been the Penn State special. Do you guys know the outro?
No.
We out.
No,
No, I don't know.
It's, you
Who's this
snap, point up, and then like after I say, and like cue the outro music, whatever.
Okay.
That's
So
basically
you-
it.
so-
Whenever I go like,
you know
like,
what
I'm
the
about to snap
outro
and point
music
up,
should
you
be?
just snap.
It should
I
be
already
us
have it.
chanting, oh.
We already did that. I don't want to get copyrighted by Penn State. That's definitely
It
they,
ain't.
they definitely
No.
own that.
Rutgers plays that song, but they
don't
don't do
say
anything
anything.
about Rutgers, but they say, fuck Penn State.
Yeah, anyway.
It's like,
Why they?
I don't know.
we don't even think about
Why?
that.
Yeah, like why are they?
We
even-
live in their mind rent free.
That's crazy.
And that's on
Everyone
period.
at Rutgers is just tight that you just said that.
Sorry.
Anyways, thank you guys for liking. If you made it to this end, if you made it to the end of this episode, thank you so much for watching the entirety of it. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that social media bullshit. Until the next episode, peace out. Cue the outro music. There we go. Until the next one, thank you guys for coming.
It was great. It was a good
I'll
time.
be back.
My
There we go.
ears hurt.
I like that. I'll be back.
And I'll be back.
All right,
Apparently that was
deuces.
like,
Peace out. Say peace.
peace.
There we go.